I love her so much, Chris, I can't even think about losing her.
Whatever it is will blow over. The best marriage in America is not finished.
How could you do a thing like that? How could you go to Christine with something like that? I don't understand that, Harv.
Mary Beth, will you talk to me?
Talk?
Yes.
You want to talk about how we'd feel in case maybe I have breast cancer? Okay. In case maybe I have breast cancer, you go first.
Even if it is cancer, no one said you are going to die.
Yeah, maybe I'll get lucky. Harv, maybe they'll just cut me in pieces and pump me full of chemicals.
Mary Beth, he's a cancer specialist, and I think you should see him now.
Harvey, I'm scared of dying. Harvey, what you doing up?
Go back to sleep, babe. I'm just getting a little bicarb. Chris, I didn't wake you, did I? It's Harvey Lacey. I'm really sorry to bother you this time of night. You don't have a date or anything, do you? I need to talk to you, Chris. No, not now. Can I meet you tomorrow for lunch? Or how about after work? It's very important. Yeah? Okay. Yeah, I'll find it. Thanks a lot, Chris. Look, I don't want Mary Beth to know about this, okay? Please, Chris, this is just between the two of us, okay? Thanks. I'll see you tomorrow then.
6 hours in court. I'm telling you, the man should be removed from the bench. No probable cause? I've been a cop 14 years. I know probable cause, believe me.
Yeah.
Mary Beth, you all right?
I'm fine. Why?
I'm not even weird lately.
Weird? What does that mean?
Quiet.
You're supposed to be quiet in court.
Thank you very much. You don't speculate, you don't accumulate. What can I do for you, sir? $10. Nice action. Thank you very much. You know we're down to the home stretch here, kiddies.
You changed the odds again. You got Petrie at even money to pass the sergeant's exam, and you got me at 5-1 again.
I only call him the way I see him.
Your eyes needs checked. If I'm not the heavy favorite, I don't know who is.
Only with yourself is, Becky, and if people don't start picking up on your action, those odds are going to get even longer. Thank you. What can I do for you, sir?
5 on Lacey, 5 on Rabinowitz, please.
You got it. And 20 on his Becky. That ought to hold the line for now.
Section 12-783 of the Patrol Guide strictly prohibits gambling on department property, Coleman.
Yes, sir.
Put me down for 10 on Cagney and 5 on Blomquist.
Yes, sir.
Ladies?
Lieutenant?
Well, ladies, care to make a bet? The window is now open for the sergeant stakes.
No, thanks. I don't feel very lucky today. What are the odds?
Completely ridiculous. He's got me at 5-1.
Oh, when he gets a 10-1, let me know.
Excuse me.
It's after 5 o'clock. I thought you left 20 minutes ago.
Got things I want to finish here.
Oh, let it wait till morning. That's what I'm gonna do.
That won't take long.
I thought I was the workaholic around here.
get caught up. Lacey, 14th. Yes, I remember, ma'am. Please, tell me your name and address. And your son's name? How old is Kevin, Mrs. Taggart? And he was due home when? What, did you check with the neighbors? What about his friends, ma'am? No. All right. All right, we're gonna need to come over there. Half hour tops. All right, ma'am. Half hour? 8-year-old. Never came home from school. Mother sounds very upset. She kept our card from some community action meeting.
Well, let the other shift take it. We're supposed to be off duty here. Come on.
I know those guys. They're gonna put her off till tomorrow.
You're probably right.
I'll go. You don't have to go, Christine.
Oh, hey, I gotta stay uptown anyway.
Do you think I like worrying about you every time I go to work? Do you feel like a big man scared me half to death? I have a good mind just to wear you out.
Sounds like we wasted a trip. I hope so.
Who is it?
Detective Lacey, Mrs. Taggart. This is Detective Cagney.
I should have called you back. I'm sorry. He walked in here about 10 minutes ago. Hi. I'm really sorry you took up your time coming over here. Kevin knows better than to act like that.
I'm sure he does, ma'am.
I've told him till I'm out of breath that he's supposed to come home right after school and stay here. Now, you apologize to these ladies for making him come out of their way. Did you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't mention.
I guess I shouldn't have panicked, but when I got home and nobody had seen him for hours, I just didn't know what else to do.
You work, Mrs. Taggart?
I'm a typist for a company downtown.
Work late a lot?
Take overtime whenever I can get it.
So you leave your son alone after school?
He used to go to a daycare center, and then they cut the funds and closed it down.
What about Kevin's father?
You find him and ask him about that.
Mrs. Taggart, if you can't get a babysitter, maybe a neighbor could look after her.
Look, lady, they have their own problems. Now, Kevin is plenty old enough to stay here by himself.
Mrs. Taggart, I'm glad everything worked out this time. Kevin, don't you go scaring your mother anymore. You hear me? Ma'am?
So you think she really belted him?
I hit Harv Jr. once when he broke the rules. Our parents smack kids, you know, it happens.
Is this a great place to leave an 8-year-old by himself?
Now, what kind of choices does she have? Hey, Harv has got some kind of a business dinner tonight, a contractor or something, and the boys are with Brenda. You want to go eat?
You and me?
Yeah. I could maybe spring for a bottle of wine.
I'd love to, but I've got this date.
Oh. Somebody new.
No. It's not a date, it's a blind date.
Thought you always hate blind dates.
I do. Remember Mr. Siegel, my plumber? Well, it's his nephew, and he's been trying to fix us up for about 6 months now. He's a corporate lawyer.
As I recall, you also swore off lawyers.
I did. But a good plumber's hard to find.
Yeah, you got that right.
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry I'm late.
It's okay. I'm glad you made the time to come.
You can't believe it. Tonight, of all nights, Mary Beth wanted to have dinner.
You didn't tell her you were meeting me here.
Oh, no. I made up a great story. Well, it was an okay story, but I think she bought it. It looks like it'll be well before they seat us, huh?
Yeah. You want a drink?
Oh, I'd love one. 6 hours in court. Oh, thank you. Scotch on the rocks, please.
I got 2, bartender.
Hey, take it easy. I thought you told me New Year's you had a 2-beer limit.
Yeah.
Now, the best memories of the worst blind date I've ever had are those of Howie Newdenberger.
Howie Newdenberger?
Yes. I was in college. You'll like him, my roommate says. He's athletic.
Was he a football player?
Howie? Don't be ridiculous. He was captain of the golf team. 6'6", 120 pounds, soaking wet. Which he was a lot since he sweats so much. Anyway, he said 4 words to me. Hello. 2, please. Good night. And then when he kissed me, he split my lip open with his braces. I had to have 3 stitches.
Poor guy. Whatever happened to him?
Howie? Poor Howie? Poor Howie became an oral surgeon, lives in a mansion in Beverly Hills. He's married to Miss Nebraska.
Oh.
I doubt they kiss much.
Oof.
Anyway, Harvey, enough about me. Let's talk about you. You call me up in the middle of the night, you want to have a secret meeting, huh? You tell me not to tell Mary Beth. And I sit here boring you for a half hour with stories of Howie Newdenberger.
You know, I proposed to Mary Beth in a restaurant. Not like this, though. Second time before she said yes. She ever tell you that?
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, when she said she married me, I must have jumped 5 feet in the air. Knocked over a waiter, spilled a whole plate of ravioli down her suit. I love her so much, Chris, I can't even think about losing her.
Harvey, what are you talking about? You and Mary Beth have the best marriage in America. I know that to be a personal fact. Whatever it is will blow over. The best marriage in America is not finished.
It's not us, it's her. Mary Beth, she hasn't been herself lately. Thought she was worried about the sergeant's exam or some case you two were on. Then we were in bed 10 days ago, and I found what I thought was a lump in her breast. I asked her about it. She said it was nothing. She didn't need to see a doctor. It was cysts or something. Normal for that time of month.
Maybe it is.
So how come I never noticed it before? And how come she got out of bed, locked herself in the bathroom? She won't talk to me. She puts me off. Chris, I am scared it is something serious, and Mary Beth won't admit it. I came to you because I don't know what to do.
We're a day and a half behind because of yesterday. It's not yet warm, and you dragged me up here to have lunch. What is going on?
I had a craving for fresh air. Don't you ever feel that way? It's great. Oh, look, this
Now,
is
when I
nice.
got 3 million things to do, Christine, I got no time for picnics.
Hey, Mary Beth, I'm buying, okay? So look a gift horse in the mouth. Now, you want a turkey on rye, but they were out of it, so I got your pumpernickel.
Fine. Why am I eating it here?
Because the park was the most private place I could think of. I went by the Women's Center today on my way in. And I got you these.
Breast cancer.
Yeah. Harvey didn't have a business dinner last night, Mary Beth. He had dinner with me. And he told me about the lump he found in your breast.
He told you about that, huh? He had no right to do that.
Now, don't be angry with him. Come on, the man is worried sick about you.
Because Harv's been harping on me about this. I told him I'd go see a doctor.
Well, you did.
Yeah.
Well, what did he say?
Who?
The doctor.
You know how hard it is to get a doctor to see you these days? Plus, they charge an arm and a
So
leg.
you didn't make an appointment.
There's nothing wrong, Chris, okay? There's nothing the matter with me. You know, I was going over the Valdez case last night. I think we should open that one up again.
I can recommend a doctor to you that my aunt saw when she had a similar problem.
Thank you. Valdez is lying. I'm telling you, Christine, we should go back and talk to that brother.
Yes! Yeah, you beat that, kiddo. Beat it.
Play.
Just say next game, play winner. Just say.
In a minute, honey. As soon as I beat him, you play, okay?
As soon as you beat me.
Yeah, I beat you.
Yeah,
That's pretty good, yeah.
Pretty good.
Oh, here, play now, Mike. Play now. Hiya, babe. Here. My turn, baby.
Play.
For God's sake, Harv, can't you do a couple things around here when you know I'm going to be late? Dinner is going to be an hour at least. You got that? Playing video games.
What are you so mad about?
You have to ask? How could you do a thing like that? How could you go to Christine with something like that? I don't understand that, Harv.
I didn't know what else to
No,
do.
I told you it's normal. I told you don't worry.
Mary Beth.
No, it's my private business. You had no right to do that.
Michael wants to know if you're going to finish the game.
Later. Go into your room, finish your homework, both of you.
I already did mine.
Don't check it! Close the door. Babe, please, let's sit down and talk about this.
No. I said this to Christine. I'm going to say it to you. There's nothing to talk about because there's nothing wrong. So you and her can go run somebody else's life and leave mine alone. Excuse me.
Well,
What?
did you see the doctor?
I didn't have time, Christine. Michael's ear infection's
Mary
acting up
Beth,
again.
you said you were gonna
Listen,
go-
if it's not about work, I don't want to hear about it, all right? Lacey. I will be right there. Eleanor Taggart's here to see us.
Kevin didn't come home.
When, last night?
I didn't want to call you because of the last time. I was so sure he'd show up, but this morning I just didn't know what else to do.
Mrs. Taggart, we're going to do what we can to find your son.
Kevin's never done nothing like this before. You know, he's only 8 years old. And I just keep getting this picture of somebody picking him up off the street. You know, you hear about things like that on television.
Please, ma'am, I understand. I got kids myself, okay? So you try and calm down because we need your help. We need some information, all right? Some questions.
Where was he last seen and when?
Yesterday afternoon after school.
That third grade class hasn't had a regular teacher in months. Mrs. Laura's husband was transferred. She moved, and we've had difficulty keeping a regular teacher.
Well, sir, what about Kevin's classmates? Any particular kids he hangs out with?
Detective, this is a very overcrowded school. Now, I'm not sure I could pick out Kevin Taggart from a crowd, much less tell you who his friends are.
Why, you got a headache?
No, sinus.
Oh, my husband gets that sometimes. That can be very painful. Mr. Berwin, we'd like to look in Kevin's locker. I mean, maybe there's something there to tell us where he is.
I'd have to open his locker for you, and I can't do that without a search warrant.
Come on, it would take us a day to get one.
I'm sorry, but the school system just went through a lawsuit about this. We have very specific guidelines. Now, I can call and ask for an exception, but it's not going to do you any good. Believe me, that's what happened the last time.
Right. So we get a search warrant.
Sir, try sleeping with a vaporizer. My husband swears by that. We should have a warrant by tomorrow noon. And we're having flyers made up with that picture you gave us of Kevin. Uniformed officer is going to hand that out. Plus, we also put his name and description in the national computer file. Thanks.
I walked all over the neighborhood yesterday. I walked for blocks.
I know it's a hopeless feeling, ma'am.
Why would he go and do something like this to me? You know I missed 2 days out of work already? And I talked to my supervisor, and she tells me that I might not have a job to come back to.
Mrs. Taggart, did you buy this for your son?
Doesn't belong to Kevin. You don't have anything like that.
Well, I found it stashed way under his bed. Where do you think he got the money to pay for it?
So what are you trying to say? He stole it? My son doesn't steal.
Nobody says he did, ma'am. Would you excuse us? We have to go apply for that warrant, and the clerk's office closes 5 o'clock. Come on, Christine. We'll be in touch.
You heard her. She's more worried about her job.
She's not thinking straight. Her kid's been missing 23 hours.
Maybe he wouldn't have if she'd taken better care of him.
Easy to say.
On Mary Beth, we know she hit him at least once. She leaves him alone for hours every day. If I tell you, if he didn't boost that radio, I'll eat it.
So what are you saying? He ran away? If that's true, then how come he didn't take his brand new radio? Now, I was a latchkey kid myself before they called it that. After my father took off, my mother had to go to work. I was by myself every day after school from I was 8. But I didn't turn into a thief, and I didn't run away from home.
This is completely different, Mary Beth.
Why? Because I'm white.
No, and you know I didn't mean that. Look, why don't we just drop it, okay? I want to give you something here. It's the name and telephone number of a doctor.
Aw, jeez.
The one I told you about. Mary Beth, he's a cancer specialist, and I think you should see him now. Listen to me. I know you're frightened. I'll go with you if you want me to. Mary Beth, will you talk to me?
Talk?
Yes.
You want to talk about how we'd feel in case maybe I have breast cancer? Okay. In case maybe I have breast cancer, you go first. Thanks for the chat, Christine. It's faster if only one of us goes apply for the warrant, and so I will go downtown and you find out whether or not the flyers are ready.
It doesn't matter how I feel about it. It matters how you feel.
Yeah. Well, thanks anyway, Benny. I just thought I'd check. Listen, when the flyers hit the streets, maybe you could put one up on your newsstand for us. Huh? Oh, yeah, right. Next to the girly magazines is good, Benny. You're right. Everybody will notice it there. Yeah. I've got to go. Bye.
You know, I know a guy who once flunked the exam 4 times.
Did he ever make sergeant?
Oh, yeah, on the 5th try. Listen to this. The department notified him of his promotion a year later, 2 days after he died. Can you beat that?
I bet you Petrie heard that story. Look at him. The sergeant's exam isn't until the 22nd. He's been cramming like this for months.
That's why the smart money's on Petrie.
What are you talking about? He's gonna burn out. You know the first thing he said to me this morning?
No.
What is the number of uniformed officers usually assigned to the presidential motorcade?
You could ask that, you know.
Hey, they can ask anything. It's 100 questions, but it can't be that hard. It's the second part, the videotaping that's going to separate the men from the girls. Right, Cagney?
Yeah, right. Good morning.
The rest of these went out with the morning shift. They're going to distribute them and then canvass a 10-block radius around the school.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Oh, also, they hooked you up a hotline here this morning.
Good. If the warrant is ready, then we can get into Kevin's locker by 11.
Good morning, Mary Beth.
Morning. Detective Lacey, 14th Squad. Yeah, I'm calling to check about a search warrant I applied for yesterday. Case number 182551. Yeah, I'll hold. Now, believe me, Mr. Berwin, I appreciate your problem here, but we're all civil servants, right? We're just working for the city.
My prime concern, madam, are for these children.
Well, we're concerned, too, sir, about this one kid. By the way, did you ever try that vaporizer?
No, I didn't have a chance to.
I told you my husband swears by it, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You know, you're aware you have to sign for whatever contents you remove.
Right.
You know, there's two types of those vaporizers. You got the wet steam and dry steam, you know, for different times of the year. Wet steam is better in the winter. Geez, he's neat for an 8-year-old, huh?
He's rich, too. There's over $200 here.
Mr. Berwin, you know where the kids hang out after school?
Listen, can you guys help?
Hey, so things been going pretty bad, huh, Mama? You gotta come to this joint to get a date? Hey, you come with me and I'll show you a real good time. I bet you're broad like you could use it.
You're probably right. So, you know this kid? His name's Kevin Taggart.
So what's it worth to you, baby?
You shut your face, you. That's a kid here. He could be hurt.
Hey, he could be dead, so what?
Hey, listen, whoever you are, I'm not real patient, all right? And you're not allowed to help.
What for? You never helped me.
Hey, you know this kid? Maybe you could tell me who he hangs with.
You run this place?
Yeah. And what do you want to do? Put me out of business? I don't need cops parading through here.
I don't think we caught your name.
Corelli.
This kid is missing.
Don't know him.
You sure?
I only work here, lady. I'm no social worker.
Yeah. You're a nice, simple, honest guy, right? Stuck his money out of kids below the poverty line for a living.
It's called free enterprise, lady, because it's a free country.
And it has laws. And it has city ordinances. And you better be on the right side of every single one of them from now, Mr. Corelli. Or you're in deep trouble.
Our name and phone number's on this sheet. Why don't you stick it somewhere? You can see it.
So that's it. That's all you're gonna do to try to find him.
Believe me, Mrs. Taggart, if we could be doing anything else, we'd be doing it.
But it's been almost 3 days. I guess you don't send cops out there to look for a low-income child.
Ma'am, even if we had the personnel, we don't know where else to look for him. He could be anywheres.
Look, if he was rich and white, I tell you where he'd be. He'd be home, because you'd move heaven and earth to try to find him.
Hey, lady, I'm getting real tired of your attitude. We're doing everything we can. We got nothing to go on. Nobody knows where your son goes or what he does after school.
So what are you trying to say to me? You think I neglect him?
I just don't understand how you can leave a child.
You are damn right you don't understand. You make a nice salary paid you by the city. You can afford a babysitter or private daycare. I make 80 cents above minimum wage. I take home less than $130 a week. And I got a choice, right? Big choice. I can either pay for daycare or pay my rent.
Mrs. Taggart, there's city agencies
You could charity, welfare. The ADC and food stamps is the same as I make for 40 hours. I didn't want Kevin to grow up on handouts. So I went out and I got myself trained and I got a job so he could see somebody standing on their own 2 feet. And what did it get me? People going around here telling me I'm a bad mother because I don't want to stay home on welfare? Well, you ask yourself, lady, what would you do if you were me?
Nice job.
Perfect end to a perfect day.
So what'd you expect? She's in a hell of a bind trying to do it all by herself.
Oh, come on, everyone's got problems. It's the kid that matters here. Whoa, look out. Hey! You leave her alone! Mary Beth!
I didn't know how to fill out some of those questions.
That's all right. Have a seat. Doctor will be with you shortly.
Thank you.
Mrs. Lacey?
It's my business.
Damn it, it isn't. What is so hard, Mary Beth? You talk to the doctor, you get it over with.
Yeah? Well, you don't have to go there. You don't have to go there and sit there and look at your future in some little brochures with a special holder about cancer and dying.
No one said dying. Even if it is cancer, no one said you are going to die.
Yeah, maybe I'll get lucky. Harv? Maybe they'll just cut me in pieces and pump me full of chemicals.
And you live, and you get better. That is all that is important.
No, I don't want it, Harv. I don't want tubes and machines. I don't want the boys remembering me sick like that. Harv, you fall apart when I get the flu. What the hell, you're gonna deal with cancer?
I'll deal with it. Calling the doctor. I'm calling Christine, and we're getting you there first thing in the morning.
Harvey?
Mary Beth, no discussion. This isn't just you. We are in this together.
Harvey. I'm scared of dying. Would you hold on to me for a minute and then make the phone call?
It's Becky, 14. No, Mrs. Denang, we haven't heard from your husband.
Petrie, 14 precinct.
You're taking the airlines in the car.
Yeah, hang on 1 second. I can get that information for you.
Cagney, 14th. Yes, Mr. Curley.
Listen, I've been thinking. Trouble with the cops is something I don't need in my kind of business.
I take it your memory got better.
Yeah, right. Look, this guy comes in here when the kids are here sometimes after school, but he ain't no kid. He's maybe 17 or 18. I thought it was kind of funny him hanging around with them.
Have you seen Kevin Taggart with him?
Yeah, but this guy is Willie Smoke. And do me a favor. Don't hassle him on the premises, okay?
Give me a description, Mr. Curley. I want to talk to you.
Oh, sure, baby.
She's a cop, Willie.
We got nothing to talk about.
Yeah, we do, Willie. Kevin Taggart, missing kid, 8 years old. You were seen with him.
Kevin who? Hey, I never heard of him.
Wait a minute, I'm not finished with you.
Well, I'm finished with you. What the hell is this?
You're gonna tell me about Kevin Taggart whether you want to or not.
I already told you I don't know no Kevin
Don't
Taggart.
jive me, Willie. You pay him and your other little friends to run dope. That's what happened to Kevin, isn't it? Now he's your mule. You sent him out on a delivery. He never came back again. All right, Willie?
You got nothing on me. I'm not holding. You can check me.
I'll do more than that. You tell me what you know about Kevin Taggart, and I'll make you the poorest pusher in New York.
I already told you, lady. I don't know what you're talking about.
Now tell me, Willie, where did you send Kevin? Tell me! All right, all of you spread out. I want you to move as quickly and as fast as possible. Now, you've all seen pictures. You know what he was wearing. So look for anything, articles of clothing. I mean anything. Okay, you four, go around to the front, room to room, door to door, any place that someone could be hiding or could be hidden. You two go around the back in case they flush somebody out.
Okay, I'll take that one. What have we got?
Kevin Taggart was sent to this address. They think it might be a shooting gallery.
3 days. You think he's still there?
This is the last place he was seen. You got a better idea?
All right, I'll take that side.
Okay, there's another door behind that crane there, is Becky.
Yo.
Listen here. Wait, Mary Beth, come here. How you feeling? Now, what'd Behringer say?
They took what they call a needle biopsy. They took some fluid out of the lump, and they'll know something tonight.
Are you okay? I mean, you didn't have to come out here.
Yeah, it's sore a little bit, that's all. It's not a big deal. I did it, okay?
Cagney! Lacey! I got something you should look at here. got thinking. What happens if the kid comes along here?
Taking a shortcut?
It's dark, and he slips.
Let's take a look. Hey, fellas! You want to cut it off for a minute? Thank you! Listen. He's here. He's here.
He must have fallen through these boards.
He's here! Call for emergency services! Kevin! Answer me if you can!
Kevin!
I'm down here 3 days and 3 nights. This Coley's got hypothermia.
What about this incinerator shaft? If we can hear him, then he must be pretty close to us.
I can't see to the bottom, but it doesn't look blocked. Might work. Might work.
Victor, what are you doing? You can't fit in there. Give me that. Give it to me.
That chute could give way with you inside.
Yeah, right.
Right, you have the address. We're gonna need paramedics, emergency services division. We have one individual trapped as a juvenile. 10-4, call 21.
You found him?
Yeah, there's a big hole back of that stuff there. Christine's going down after him.
Go ahead. I'll wait here for emergency services.
Thanks.
How is it down there?
You don't want to know. How's it going?
I don't know. Not terrific.
You must be cold.
Not as cold as that kid down there.
Okay, Joe.
This is the mother of little Kevin Taggart. Mrs. Taggart, could you give us a statement? Tell us how do you feel knowing that your son is trapped down there?
You heard her. Leave her alone.
Three viewers would like a statement from you, Mrs. Taggart. Please.
All right, you heard her. Leave her alone. Leave her alone.
And our viewers at Channel 3 would like to know just exactly how you feel.
No, ma'am. I'm afraid you can't go up there. It's not safe.
Is he all right?
He's alive, and we'll get him out.
Christine! Can you see him? Not yet!
The sound on. Okay, come over here. We're going to do the stand-up piece from the corner.
We're still waiting to see what the condition of the boy is. He's been missing for approximately 3 days, and from all reports, apparently he's trapped in some kind of...
Kevin! Kevin! Kevin, over here! Over here, Kevin! Follow my voice. There! Hi! Hiya, Kevin! How you doing, Kevin?
I'm cold.
I know. Listen, Kevin, I'm gonna need your help to get you out of here. Okay? Can you help me? Huh? Kevin! Very slowly. Start moving towards me. Don't take your eyes off of me. Just start very slowly over here in my direction. All right, very slow. Just stop. All right. Start again. Slow. Kevin, give me your hand. Nice and easy. Very slowly. Put your hand out. Stretch as far as you can. Just try. That's it. Try a little harder. Stretch it out. Try. Try, Kevin. You can do it. Come on. Try harder. To the 14.
To the 14.
Forever. Specky, what is this? Sparkling paint thinner?
That's being generous.
Hey, don't knock it. It's $4.95 a bottle.
I think you overpaid.
I didn't know they made champagne in New Jersey.
My cousin Eddie cornered the market.
Lacey, it's for you. On 3.
Hey, look at this here.
Topping our local news, an 8-year-old boy was
Lacey?
rescued from
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Excuse me, Lieutenant.
Kevin Taggart had been trapped for 3 days in the air shaft at the rubble of a recently demolished building. Today, risking his own life, Detective Chris Cagney of Manhattan's 14th
His life?
managed to crawl into the collapsed basement and bring Kevin out. The boy, fortunately, suffered only minor injuries. According to a police spokesperson, his reason for being near the condemned
Great.
building was not
Now everybody thinks I'm Miss Becky.
Worse than that, they think I'm you.
I understand, Doctor. Thank you.
You got the wrong blonde. That's what happened.
Thank you, Doctor.
He sticks his face in the camera and they say,
Francis, you never would have got the kid in the first place. I got my hands all dirty. I got my knees skinned. Let me tell you something else.
He didn't do
If I
it.
didn't worry about it, I'm sure it would turn out the way it was supposed to. And I went down straight lines.
Mary Beth?
I see the surgeon Monday. Dr. Behringer's office made the appointment for me. I got his name here somewhere. Dr. Behringer said the surgeon will tell me what treatments are indicated. Talk like that the whole time.
This guy's the surgeon? Does that mean you have to be operated on?
Have the breast removed. Yeah, he said it couldn't mean that. Yeah. If you touch me now, I'm gonna break apart, okay?
I don't know what else to do
Don't
for
do
you.
anything. I don't want you to
I'll
do
take
anything.
you to the
Harvey,
surgeon.
you missed work already!
Oh,
you missed work! Day's work already! I'll figure it out! You missed work! Day's work already! No, I'll figure it out! I'll figure it out! I'll figure it out!
I love you. I want to be there for you.
I don't want to depend on you for everything. I don't want to mess up your life.
Mess up my life? Mary Beth, you are my life.
My guy is a senior citizen living on a government pension. Your guy works in a bar.
Oh, right, he works in a bar, so let's lock him up.
Your guy turns out to be a convicted confidence man.
So I am suing your department, ladies, and the lottery.
You spent $2 million in 11 months? You always like the flakes.
I wish I could be arrested right now and locked away forever.
Are you trying to confess, sir? Would you like us to call your attorney?
You lent the suspect $50?
We both agree that he's innocent.
Let's hope so.
Oh, nice doggy. I got a badge here somewhere. Oh, this is awful, Christine. It wasn't just the one charity. I had a whole lot of other receipts in here. I told you not to do your own taxes. No wonder you're being audited. Thank you, Christine. I never, ever do my own taxes. Well, usually have a man do them, but... Yes, Victor?
You're getting audited, huh? No kidding.
No kidding.
By the IRS?
No, Victor. They're being audited by the Department of Agriculture.
Hey, Cagney, I got a question for you. If you could have any dog that you wanted, what kind of dog would you pick?
This is a trick question.
No, really. The annual dog show at the Garden opens this week. Just on my mind.
Victor, you've never been interested in dog shows.
Sometimes I like
What
to
is this? One of those personality tests out of your magazines? You ask me what kind of dog I like, and I say, oh, Doberman Pinscher. And you'll say, hey, guys, Cagney just said a Doberman Pinscher.
No, it's really just for me. Hey, Coleman. Cagney said Doberman Pinscher.
Anyway, what happened with your tax man?
Oh, he got off probation. I moved to South Carolina.
Off probation? You had an ex-con doing your taxes?
He was a very good worker, Christina. We never got audited before. I was very worried.
Cagney Lacey.
Good morning, sir.
Huh?
Good morning.
Oh, yeah, good morning. Listen, you two are up. Just took a call about a crime at the lottery office. Let's see, Mrs. Burnside there.
What kind of crime?
She said she would explain to the detectives when they get there. So get there.
Yes, sir.
Lotteries are held all over the country, all over the world. Why does this have to happen to me? Bet the state lotteries never had this problem.
Now, what exactly is it that happened, Mrs. Burnside?
Right. Well, this particular lottery was drawn almost 1 full year ago, and 2 winners were paid already, $2 million apiece. We put out a news release that the time limit is almost up, and now these 2 men are each presenting winning tickets.
So good for them, right? They both get $2 million.
The problem is there were only 3 winning tickets printed. One of those 2 men out there is attempting to perpetrate a fraud.
Have a seat.
So then after Charlene died, I had to sell everything, you know, to pay the doctors, and then I moved into the projects. It's not a nice neighborhood.
I see, sir. And you purchased a ticket at your local newsstand?
Yeah, I must have. I mean, doesn't it say on the ticket, isn't there a special code or something?
Well, I don't know, but if there is, we'll check on that, too.
Now you say you got this ticket as a gift?
Oh, yeah, it's a funny story. See, this bar I work in, the Glide Inn, gets sort of a mixed bunch. So this guy, his name is Tommy. He comes in a few months back, he has a couple of belts, and then he reaches in his pocket to give me a tip. Only thing, he's flat busted, see?
I see.
Yeah. So all he had is this old lottery ticket, all gummy and wrinkled up. Forgot he even had it. Then he gives it to me as a tip. Was I sore? So I got it framed and hung it over the bar. The worst tip I ever got. Can you beat that?
Oh, it fits.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong, is there, officer? I do get the money, don't I?
Oh, yes, sir. Winners do get paid. But we have to clear up a few things first, all right?
Okay.
Now, you had this ticket all along and you didn't know it.
It's lucky I never throw anything away.
This Tommy, do you remember his last name?
Listen, at the Glide Inn, you ask a guy his last name, he don't come back.
Okay. No last name.
And you missed the drawing on TV.
I don't have a TV. There's one down at the senior center, but I don't like to go down there after dark.
Uh-huh. What about the newspaper?
Well, I had to let my subscription run out. It was too much money. And I don't have any friends or family even to tell me. That is the winning number, isn't it?
Oh, yes, sir. That's the right number.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I always managed to get by, you know, but, well, 40 years with the U.S. Postal Service, I always thought that would be enough. With my pension and all. Funny, it sure isn't.
Sir, forgive me for asking this, but I was wondering, if you have so little money, sir, how is it that you can afford to buy all these lottery tickets?
Well, it's probably foolish, I know, but an old man's got to have a dream.
Yes, sir.
Oh, why does this have to happen to me? I'm not a bad person. What did I do to deserve this?
It'll work out, Mrs. Burnside. Now, let me ask you something. Don't the tickets have a magnetic strip on them like a credit card to prevent forgery?
No, that was the old lottery. The new ones just have the computer code number. That's why this is such a mess.
Wait. Why can't the two tickets be verified on the computer?
Because the computer dumped the coding data.
I beg your pardon?
Dumped, erased. Happened about 10 months ago. Oh, I don't know. It was a freak accident. It hasn't happened again. I mean, it was an accident. But you think that they will remember that? Oh, no. It was my lottery, so it will be my mistake. And there go my chances for a seat on the Racing and Wagering Board.
The lab will pick up on the forgery.
What will I tell the newspapers? What will I tell the board? It's not my fault.
Of course not.
All I said was your guy looked like a weasel.
My guy is a sweet old post. My money's on your guy.
My guy? How much?
It's a figure of speech, Christine.
You said your money was on my guy. How much? 20 bucks?
$20? No.
10? 5? $5 says your guy did it.
My guy is a senior citizen living on a government pension. Your guy works in a bar.
Oh, right. He works in a bar, so let's lock him up. $5, Mary Beth.
All right, Christine. $5 says it was your guy.
Got it. Still say it's your guy.
It was not my guy.
$5.
Oh, what am I talking about, my guy? He's not my guy. He's not my guy.
Where is it? Do you know where it is? No, they're gonna kill us, Mary Beth. They're gonna kill us.
Harvey, would you calm down? It's not like we're some big-time tax evaders.
Oh, you don't understand, Mary Beth. These guys, they're killers. They are trained to spot the tiniest little mistake, and once they do, that is it.
What is this?
What is what? MOS, trailer rental. That's movable office space, the job at the Center Boulevard. Oh!
What?
No. We use that trailer for poker on Friday nights.
So?
Don't you see? I mean, the rest of the time it was strictly for business. I mean, if they disallow a deduction this size, somebody must have ratted.
Why would they do that, Harvey?
Why? The reward, Mary Beth. The reward. That's how they operate. I am telling you, these guys go for the throat.
Sweetheart, do you think maybe you're getting a little crazy here?
I tell you, this could be a penalty of $500 or $600 right there. Oh, one more thing. When we get there tomorrow, do not put your hands on the chair arms.
Why not?
Because they have little sensors in them to measure your skin response to see whether you are lying or not. Oh, no, they do, Mary Beth. I heard.
7:30 would be great. Yeah.
Can't people hold on to their perps around here? What the hell are you doing?
I'll have to call.
Hey, I'm talking to you.
No, you're shouting.
Yeah, I do that when people rifle through my desk. Now stand up. Who's your arresting officer?
How about you? You're pretty arresting.
Oh, a comic, too. Huh? Remove the hat and stand up.
Say pretty, please.
There's one item missing from my desk. You are dead meat.
Well, you can search me and find out. How about strip search?
It's Becky. Want to put a leash on this one?
Who is he?
I thought he was your perp.
Maybe I should introduce myself. Jonah Newman. I'm a detective, 3rd grade.
Detective, 3rd grade. You look like you're in the 3rd grade.
And who are you?
Sergeant Cagney. And what were you doing going through my desk? What, do you always make yourself at home in other people's squad rooms?
This is home, Sergeant. I was just assigned to the 14th. I am the new kid on the block.
Lucky us. The detective who can't even find his desk. Check it out with Coleman.
You always like that?
Nah. Some days she can really give you a hard time.
Hey, kid.
All right, Christine, what are you thinking?
What?
Well, I have to meet Harvey at the Federal Building, 10:55, and I'm not sure about this outfit.
What's wrong with it? You look very nice.
Well, maybe I should have worn something older so they shouldn't think I'm some kind of a clothes horse.
Gloves?
Oh, well, Harvey heard from this fella. Don't ask.
Harvey's really got you spooked about this audit.
And what are you doing?
Got the lab report on the lottery tickets. Findings negative. Both exhibits fall within normal parameters for fiber and ink content. No detectable forgery indicated. So much for this being a quick case.
Oh, what about the case files on Messrs. Phelps and Carstairs?
Starting on that.
Oh, there's nothing on Mr. Carstairs. A couple of parking tickets. What are you doing?
Remind me never to bet again.
Oh, what do you know? Your guy turns out to be a convicted confidence man.
How come you forgot to mention the 3 to 5 you did at Dannemora?
Yeah, okay, I served a little time. So did John Mitchell.
A little time. Summary probation in 1969, 2 counts of fraud in 1970, 6 bunco arrests for various confidence games in 1971, 8 months in men's hall, and then, of course, there was the long stretch for trying to play the big con.
I never was cut out for the big con. My best trick was the magic wallet. I've been clean for 15 years now.
Hey, Big Al, Scotch here.
At this hour, you have breakfast? Know what that does to your stomach?
You're right. Scotch milk.
Someone else is gonna have to make us drink. Afraid we'll have to take you in. I'm sorry.
Come on, I'm telling you the truth. This guy, Tommy, gave me the ticket as a tip.
Oh, yeah, the famous Tommy, who does not happen to be around to back up your story.
Listen, please don't do this to me. I got 20% of this place. It took me a lot of years of living straight to do it, but I did. Now, finally, I get my lucky break on the square. You gotta believe me.
Go ahead, make your drink.
Thanks.
What are you doing?
I think he's telling the truth. I know when somebody's lying.
And I don't?
I bet. Besides, we don't even have enough to take him in on in the first place.
You're a soft touch, Christine.
Yeah, well, don't let it get around. Besides, I got $5 on it.
Just the 2 dependents?
Until next year.
We're having another dependent.
Maybe.
Oh, that's very nice. I envy you. Doesn't look like I'm ever going to get married. have kids. Nobody wants to date an internal revenue inspector. No, I mean it. This is a horrible job. People hate coming here.
Not us. We got nothing to hide.
Oh, now be honest. Weren't you just dreading coming in here?
No, I mean, it's our civic duty, right?
My mother wanted me to be a dentist, but I couldn't. Couldn't stand the thought of hurting people. So I got a degree in accounting, and I applied to the government for a nice, secure desk job. They put me here. You know the people who were in here just before you, sitting right there, you know what they told me?
What's that, sir?
Told me, they said, this is like pulling teeth. Isn't that something? Irony.
Well, it's been pretty painless for us.
So far.
Now, let's see. Oh, Mrs. Lacey is a police detective. That's a very interesting job. People like policemen.
Criminals don't like us.
No, I guess not. Then they dread meeting you as much as people dread meeting me, huh?
I'm in the construction business.
Oh, that's a very interesting job. Lots of places that take deductions with that job. You can hide all kinds of expenses, and there's almost no way to verify the cost.
No, Mr. Bittenberger. Bender.
Thank you.
I thought I had all those receipts. I mean, I really want to pay every penny I owe to the government.
Well, but you don't want to pay any more than you owe, do you?
I don't mind. No, I mean...
Bittenbender.
He seemed very nice, Harvey.
That was an act, Mary Beth. This is just the first interview. Wait till the next time. That's when we see the teeth.
He didn't say anything about another interview.
Does the matador tell the bull about the sword? What's the matter?
Yeah.
What?
Come on. We're gonna play post office.
Yeah, I was thinking of getting Betty a dog. She likes the shaggy Batman kind.
Oh, those are okay.
Annual canine classic. Hey, Victor, maybe I'll go with you.
Oh, you'd probably be bored.
No, I love dogs, really.
Let me explain to you another way, Coleman. If you want to go, go. But I am going alone. That way I can leave whenever and with whoever I want. Got it?
Oh, I get it. You're afraid maybe I'm going to cramp your style. Is that it?
Not cramp, Coleman. Kill.
Why is your partner so into dog shows all of a sudden?
He says dog shows are the place to meet a better rate of chicks. That was a direct quote.
Pocket? He was an engraver.
The tax guy was an engraver?
What? No, my guy.
Wait a minute, what guy?
We were at the Federal Building, and I saw this sign for the Personnel Department.
Yeah?
Old Mr. Carstairs, he's retired from the Postal Service, all right. But what he actually did was, he's a master engraver.
You're kidding.
No. He's even kind of famous there. He was really good. He did this one stamp that's a bird, and it's so real that it seems to turn its head and looks at you wherever you go. They got it there in a case. It's really kind of creepy.
That mean I won?
Yeah, well, we've been looking for someone who could forge a lottery ticket so well, the lottery guys themselves couldn't spot the forgery, right?
Nice. Real nice. Sergeant Cagney, 14th. Well, wait a minute. We slow down a minute? Who? The ticket's locked up. Who's got a gun? Wait, hello? Hello? He hung up. Oh, my guy. Let's go.
Okay. Yeah. We got a hostage coming out. He's clear. Get him. Go. Go. Come on. Around the corner here. Move. Come on. Good. One team in position.
That's the last customer, sir.
Roger, last customer's out. He let the customers go, but he says the bartender owes him. He's got a gun, and he's going to kill Phelps if he doesn't pay up.
His name's Tommy. He gave Phelps a $2 million lottery ticket as a tip.
I'll tell him you're coming in. I'm going to start 2 female detectives in there. Watch the windows.
Okay, Tommy. That's your name, isn't it? Tommy? The ladies are here. They're coming in now. Just stay calm in there. This will come out okay. No trouble. Just stay calm in there. All right. We just want to work this out. No trouble. So stay calm in there, Tommy. All right? Just be cool.
You have the ticket?
Ticket's not much good to you this way, is it, Tommy?
You said they'd have the ticket.
They do. Now, let's just keep calm, pal.
I'm Mary Beth Lacey, Mr.
Van Dusen. Everybody calls me Tommy. It's my ticket. I bought it, and I gave it to him in lieu of a tip. It's only fair I should get half. He owes me.
Tommy, what happens now?
Well, I get the ticket, see? And then I'll tear it in half, and then we'll have to cooperate.
Cooperate with that?
Folks, you want to move back here? Okay, recon, unit one, clear that sucker from the roof.
I'd say that was pretty convincing corroboration for my guy's story.
I already gave you the $5, Christine. Thank you. And how do we know it wasn't a put-up job?
Tommy just had his head split open.
$2 million buys a lot of stitches.
Don't be a sore loser, Mary Beth. We both know he was your guy.
That's not fair. Who's going to look after him?
Maybe you should have thought of that before, Mr. Corses.
Well, I don't understand what all the fuss is about.
Well, you did try to defraud the lottery out of $2 million.
I just made the ticket. I didn't get any money.
I'm afraid you're missing the point, sir.
Where's the harm? No, Maxie, be still. It's all right. It's all right. And the money was just sitting there, and I didn't even get any.
Well, I think we're going to have to go downtown, Mr. Carstairs.
But who's going to take care of Maxie?
Good afternoon, Mrs. Burnside.
Well, that was certainly quick.
Quick, ma'am.
I just this minute put down the phone from calling your office. Didn't they reach you?
No, they didn't. Is there a problem?
You see that man? Just when I think there's nothing else that can go wrong, he walks in with this. Another winning ticket.
Hank Stevens, and Harv, you wouldn't believe it. Even the hospital staff call him Hard Luck Hank.
Wait a minute, what is so tough about winning the lottery?
No, honey, here's a guy that leaves his lawyer's office after filing for divorce and buys himself a lottery ticket to cheer himself up, and as he's walking away from the newsstand, gets hit by a crosstown bus and winds up for 3 months in a coma. No, that's not funny,
Oh, no, okay. Did you check all this out?
Yeah, happened just the way he said. The vendor remembered him because of the ambulances. No, honey, he's a witness. And the inventory of his property at the hospital shows the lottery ticket.
Yeah. Okay, so at least he is in the clear, am I right?
Well, yeah, but somebody else still forged the ticket.
You eliminated the bartender?
No, no one is eliminated, Harvey. It's a matter of finding a forger.
Yes, you already found your forger.
One forger. So the thing with Tommy could have been a put-up job, but I don't know.
Okay, so what now?
So tomorrow we go and check out the first 2 winners. Maybe one of them is fishy.
But they've already been paid. Isn't it a little late?
Yes.
I think it's the guy in the hospital. His alibi is too perfect.
Honey, that's what a perfect alibi means, that you didn't do it.
Yes, but nevertheless...
$5.
You're on. Let me ask you a question. What would you do if you won $2 million?
First, I'd take care of taxes. Then $250,000 each into trust funds for the boys, and a separate fund for the baby at $300,000 because of inflation. And $100,000 into blue chip securities, $100,000 into bonds, state, not city. And another $100,000 into a real solid mutual. Then we buy a house. Outright, no mortgage. And then the rest into a pension fund for the two of us, except maybe $2,000 or $3,000 mad money.
You sure?
Okay, I thought about it. So?
Come here.
What?
Please, sit down. Please. Let me put it a different way. What would you do with $600?
Six? Oh, I don't know, Harvey. That's an entirely different thing. What? What are you smiling at?
Waiting all day to tell you. Results of the audit. I found out this afternoon we are getting back a $600 tax refund.
Refund?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
You're sure it isn't some kind of a trick?
No, no trick. This is the first time this year they are giving money back. The guy, Bender, he said it's going to cost him his job.
Oh, the poor man.
No, he's happy for us. He wants to get into a different line of work anyway.
One for each dollar.
3,
4. And of course, Harvey wants to spend all the money right away.
Well, why not? It's found money.
Well, it's easy for you to think like that, Christine. You got the trust fund and all. I can't be like that.
Be like what, Mary Beth? It's only $600. You can spend more than that on a TV set.
No, I can't. We need every penny, Christine. I got another kid on the way. That's a major expense that keeps on being expensive.
What does Harvey want to buy?
Oh, he wants to hire a babysitter and go to the Poconos for the weekend. You know, rent a cabin, see the shows, like we did 9 months before Hawk Jr. was born.
Well, that's nice.
Actually, he's got a point. You know, I mean, when a new baby comes, you can't go out for a while, like a couple years.
So go.
No, I can't. I can't. See, when I was growing up, we didn't have any money, and well, I don't know. The thing about money is maybe too deep in me. I don't know. Harvey was so excited about maybe going somewhere. And I love to see him like that because he's so cute. And then I got to thinking that I haven't seen him like that for a long time.
Oh, there it is. Nice house.
She was the first one to claim the prize, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes? Mrs. Alberta Edwards?
You're the detectives who phoned?
Yes, I'm Sergeant Cagney. This is Detective Lacey. May we come in, please?
We've been waiting 45 minutes. This is Mr. Irwin Elias, my attorney. I asked him to be here.
Since the Lottery Commission attached Mrs. Edwards' property, we feel it may turn into a matter that will require some litigation.
Oh, believe me, ma'am, this is the first we heard about attaching property.
It hardly matters, does it? The fact remains that everything my client owns has been frozen by the courts until such time as the matter is resolved.
In plain English, every hour, every day that this mess remains unsolved, you're hurting my family.
Well, Mrs. Edwards, we're trying to clear that up now.
Don't you understand? We have no money. And even if I could get my old job back, it will take my yearly salary to meet my new monthly expenses. So I am suing your department, ladies, and the lottery.
Nice talking with you.
Don't you see, ma'am, this business of attaching everything belonging to the suspects isn't exactly making our investigation any easier.
Not my fault. The board decided on that. Nobody even asked me. I'm a woman, so I don't get asked my opinion.
Well, we have 2 tickets already paid, and then we have poor Mr. Stevens, the bus victim, and the ex-con bartender. One of them is dirty.
Unless there has been an error. Now, could you have printed up 4 winning tickets instead of 3 by mistake?
No, the printing of the tickets is done by the computer, and it's very closely guarded, almost as tightly as the drawing itself.
Well, then what about the drawing? Could someone have rigged the numbers in advance?
Don't even think that! There are 4 sets of balls. They are weighed and sealed under our eyes and those of an independent auditing firm before and after, and then the drawing is held on live television. Actually, there was one case of a man trying to palm the balls. He was an amateur magician, but that was before I came here. That had nothing to do with me.
Well, no one is blaming you, Mrs. Burnside.
Ha! That's what you think. The Racing and Wagering Commission is going to have my head for this. I hate this. I should have taken that job with Luxury Cruises. I'd have gotten free travel.
Well, ma'am, I'm afraid we're back to one of the four. Mrs. Edwards, Mr. Stevens, Mr. Phelps, and Mr. What is the other guy's name?
Mr. Sycamore?
Hey, call me Claude.
All right, Claude.
Listen, can I get you ladies something, maybe, huh?
No, not for me, thanks.
You know, there's been a little mix-up with the lottery.
Doesn't affect me much, though, does it?
You haven't gotten the court order yet?
No. What for?
Well, sir, it's very likely that you will be getting such an order. I'm afraid that the lottery is attaching all of the money and the property of the winning ticket holders.
It's true.
Who cares?
Now, this is very serious, Mr. Sycamore.
I haven't got it anymore. I haven't got it. Hey, Sally. Oh, here, girl. You haven't met my Sally. You look at those big brown eyes. Is this a face? Is this a face?
Very cute. If we could get back to the money, Mr. Sycamore.
You know, this dog is a champion. But don't tell her. I mean, you know how stars get.
About the money. You're kidding, aren't you?
No. I spent it.
You spent $2 million in 11 months?
It didn't take that long. You see, after taxes, which are heavy because I took this all in one lump, well, there were bills and business loans and debts. Most of it went on wine, women, and song, I guess you'd say. The rest was... The rest was wasted. Oh, but we had some fun. We had some fun, didn't we, girl? Sweet.
I'm agonizing over $600. He sits there smiling over how he blew $2 million.
Well, it's not as bad as he said at first. I mean, he built up that little food company. What was that cutesy name? Wanna Bite Industries. Could have been a strong thing. He just had bad luck.
Yeah, but he doesn't even care. That's what kills me. He's a flake.
I don't know. Maybe it's not such a bad attitude to have. What are you gonna do, cry about it?
What's the matter with you, Christine? It's $2 million.
Mary Beth, remember that TV series, The Millionaire? It is an example of how that kind of money can sometimes ruin people's lives. Listen, at least this guy enjoyed it.
You like this man. Oh, you always like the flakes. You noticed that?
That is not true, Mary Beth. Just seems that way.
Oh, Mr. Stevens, how are you, sir?
How's the investigation coming?
It's progressing, sir. Are you all right?
It's like a nightmare that won't end. I don't know how much more I can stand.
Well, why don't you sit down,
Oh.
Miss Stevens?
Thank you. I wish I could be arrested right now and locked away forever.
Mr. Stevens, are you trying to confess, sir?
Would you like us to call your attorney?
A lawyer. That's all I need is another lawyer. Court order. You know about the court order?
Yes, sir, we do.
Well, on top of that, my ex-wife is trying to get her hands on the prize money. Her lawyer said that I owned the ticket before the divorce became final.
Oh.
And I can't cash a check. I got zero credit. Can't buy my medicine. I'm hungry. I've been locked out of my apartment. So if I was arrested, at least I could eat and have a place to sleep until the investigation is over. So I was wondering, is there some kind of minor crime I could commit? Just a small one?
Okay, I just got off the phone with the woman from the lottery.
Mrs. Burnside.
Yeah, and she got word back from that computer company upstate.
And?
And she said that this time it is as conclusive as you can get. The first ticket, the woman called Mrs. Alberta Edwards, presented her ticket before there was that computer screw-up.
Dump.
What?
Dump. It's a computerese, Lieutenant, meaning a massive discharge of memory. Mrs. Burnside explained that to us. Dump. Sorry.
Anyway, the point is that her ticket was the only one of the 5 tickets that was able to be computer verified. And it was. So she is in the clear.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad, sir.
Yeah, I'm glad that you're glad, Lacey. We are delighted. We got no case here.
Oh, no, what I meant was, sir, that I'm glad Mrs. Edwards has been eliminated because that narrows the list of our possible suspects, sir.
Right. So run it down.
Well, with Mrs. Edwards eliminated, we're looking at the bartender, the flake in Jersey who already spent the money, and Hard Luck Hank.
Who?
Mr. Stevens.
I hope it's not him. I loaned him $50.
You lent the suspect $50?
No, well, that was my
Well,
fault,
no,
sir.
it
You
was a
see.
judgment call, Lieutenant. We both agree that he's innocent.
Let's hope so.
I got a gut feeling it's the flake, sir.
Nope. Now I think it was the bartender.
The bartender, he was your guy.
Unless it was Claude.
Wait, is Claude the flake?
Yes, sir.
Well, no, he's not a flake, Lieutenant. He's different.
Yeah, different flake. And anyways, the bartender has Tommy to back him up.
See, I think that was a setup job.
That's what I said, Christine. Anyways, Tommy is in jail.
Yeah, but it's his first offense, Mary Beth. What the judge is going to do is going to slap his wrist, charge him a few bucks. He gets out, he splits the $2 million with Big Al, the con man.
Wait, who is Big Al?
Mr. Phelps.
What, so now you say it couldn't be Big Al?
Well, not if it's the flake, it couldn't.
Hey, I got such a headache. Look, I don't care if it is the flake or if it's the bartender or if it's your guy or if it's her guy. It's late. Go on home and come back to this thing with a fresh attitude tomorrow morning.
Yes, sir.
And at which time I would like to hear some straight answers.
Yes, sir.
Fine, Lieutenant.
He's a kicker.
Yeah. Yeah, more than the other two. This one likes to work out. Harvey? You really want another boy?
I don't know. I haven't thought much about it.
Well, you keep saying him.
It's habit. I love whatever we have.
Yeah, I know. I just wonder sometimes what it'd be like to have a little girl.
Different?
I saw a little girl in the park the other day. Little doll. And she had a dress about that big. My father was putting her on the carousel. Made me think about you.
It did?
Yeah, the way he looked at her. Like she was the most precious thing in all the world. I thought about you looking at our daughter like that.
Daughter, huh? Might be nice. Whole new ball game.
Yeah. Good night, baby.
Good night, sweetheart. Good night, baby.
Oh.
Yeah, you're sexy when you're pregnant.
Yeah, sure.
I mean it. More cleavage, more stuff.
Yeah, more everything.
More the merrier.
Harvey, stop that. In a while.
You know what's wrong here? We've been looking for 2 master forgers.
What do you mean?
Well, look it. Carstairs was the first time that a lottery ticket had been forged so well it could be detected, right?
Right.
Okay, so what are the odds that on the same lottery, a second ticket would be forged with the same perfection? 2 master forgers at the same time? That bothers me.
Yeah, but what are our choices?
I don't know, so it doesn't seem logical.
Guess who finessed the afternoon off?
Oh, please don't bore us with your hot dates, okay, Miss Becky?
No, I am going to the dog show.
You gonna be in it?
Yeah, a Doberman fanny pincher.
Go ahead, you two laugh. But who's got the afternoon off?
Cocker Spaniels!
Christine.
That's it! Mary Beth, that's the connection we've been looking for. The old guy and Claude, they both have Cocker Spaniels.
Oh, that's good, Christine. We can go right to grand jury with that.
I am telling you, Mary Beth, they both have show dogs.
You spelled it wrong.
Can't you find your desk yet?
No. It's not one of B-I-T-E Industries. It's one of B-Y-T-E Industries. You know, like the computers? Yeah, a friend of mine who bought stock told me it was stupid, but wouldn't listen to me.
Computers.
That's it. Claude is in...
What?
Claude is into computers. What if he tapped into the lottery's computer and he dumped the memory?
Huh?
Exactly. Didn't you see War Games?
Who are you?
Come on, let's go. Mary Beth, come on, let's go. Hurry up.
Fine, okay. I'm coming. Where?
This is the first call for Old English sheepdogs. Old English sheepdogs, your breed is to be judged in ring 3.
I had no idea dog shows were this big a deal.
Oh, yeah, this is the big deal annual showing, which means it was held at the exact same time last year. Same time as the lottery drawing.
Christine.
Clean up in ring 5. Clean up in ring 5, please.
Oh. Mr. Sycamore? Hello there, Mr. Sycamore. You remember us?
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Hi. What are you two doing here?
Oh, Sally. Hiya, girl.
Hey, how you doing? Oh. Mary Beth, Sally has a new friend.
Wheaten Terriers, ring 1.
Hiya, Maxie.
Oh, you know Maxie?
Oh, yes. We've met.
Going down?
You know what was throwing us? We kept looking for 2 master forgers, each with 1 perfect forgery. Silly. There never were 2 master forgers. There was 1 master forger, and he made 2 tickets. Am I right, sir?
You and Carstairs met here last year. We checked. We know you were both here. And the 2 of you came up with the idea. He makes the perfect ticket with a winning number. You use your computer to dump the lottery computer's memory. Then you present the winning ticket, and the computer can't verify it.
Fascinating theory.
Isn't it?
We just talked with Mr. Carstairs at Rikers.
Oh, you did?
Yes, sir, we did.
Sycamore?
And he was very informative. He told us that he didn't get much out of the split. It seems that you used most of the funds by yourself. Alimony and gambling debts, that computer company of yours. Wasn't much left for him. And he couldn't exactly come to the police about it now, could he, sir? How am I doing?
Pretty good. Yeah, he was a little cranky about it.
Well, bad.
But I never thought he'd forge another ticket.
Afghan hound. Afghan hound.
Maxie. Fingered by a paw. You know what? Here.
Oh, don't run here. All right, Claude. Has security sealed yet? I'm the cops. How can I get in touch with security?
Watch it. Come, excuse me.
Police, coming through. Very sorry. I got a bench here somewhere.
Hey, oh.
I'm very, excuse me, thank you. Sorry, dog.
He does have great lines.
It's a she.
Oh, believe me, Lisa, I do know the difference.
Hang on here, would you? Thank you.
Oh, nice dog.
Excuse me. Hold, police!
Be right back.
Police, coming through! Okay!
Hasn't made it to an exit. None of my men have spotted him.
Well, keep looking, sir. Hello, Victor. We lost him.
Hey, lady, we better do something about these dogs,
Well, what do you want me? Oh, terrific.
Oh, come on.
read him a bedtime story. He hasn't done that in forever. What are you looking for?
Those brochures on the Darcy cabin resorts.
I took them.
You did? What for?
Three days, bought and paid for.
You're kidding. Oh, wow. Oh, boy. Ha. I opened an account at the bank this morning. It was going to be a surprise.
Baby Lacey. Harvey, you're the best.
It's one of those special deals. You can't get your money back without substantial forfeiture and all that stuff.
But Harvey, the trip is not refundable either.
Yeah, the check's going to bounce.
You know what this is like? This is just like that story where she sells her hair and he sells his watch.
Oh, no, baby. Hey, we'll borrow till payday. It'll be okay.
No, it's just that you bought me what I wanted. I bought you what you wanted, and it's so romantic, Harvey.
I always want what you want.
Yeah. You really wanted to take me to the mountains for a romantic weekend. Even when I'm pregnant, I feel like a whale.
Yes.
Oh, Harvey.
Oh, God, I love you, Mary Beth.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Three drinks, Christine. That's all it takes to be legally drunk.
He left a boy in the road to die.
We could get this guy behind bars in a couple of hours.
It isn't even our case.
Want to know what wears me out? The thought of some man staggering back to his car with a boy laying in the street. How much you drink is none of my business.
See, there you go again.
Here's to the ladies who can hold their booze, whatever it is.
Do you think I have a problem with booze?
You're overreacting.
I am very much aware of what I drink and how much I drink. So the problem of my drinking is yours, not mine.
Michael, I'm not accusing anybody here, but we got missing cheese. Embezzled mozzarella. Purchased Saturday at Battaglia's Deli. Suddenly vanished under mysterious circumstances. Do you have any idea who the perpetrator might be?
No.
Michael. How do you think we ought to proceed on a case like this?
Well, I can go get some more.
That's a good idea. Come on. Okay. It's 4:29 precisely. You go straight there, come straight back. Here is $5. I want the change. And you got exactly 7 minutes from go. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, Michael! guy pulled away. Let me through, please. Let me through. I'm a police officer. Let me in here, please. Let me see.
I don't know. What color was the car?
Mom!
I saw that guy. He was dead. He looked like...
No, don't move that boy. Michael! Michael, get over here. Listen, I want you to get upstairs as fast as you can. Call 911 for the ambulance and speak slowly. When you give the address, make sure they get it right. Okay, go. Anton?
It's all right. Everything is going to be all right.
Everybody want to step back about 10 steps. Mr. Shevsky, a lot of times these things look worse than they are, all right? So just talk to him. Make sure he doesn't move, all right? Make sure he doesn't move. Ambulance is coming. Okay. Listen up, everybody. Listen, I'm going to need to take your statements. Anybody who witnessed this, all right? Let's back up here, shall we? Anybody got a Thank you. Right. What's your name?
Doris. Mary Beth, what were you doing questioning witnesses? The doctor said you deliver early. You're supposed to stay in your apartment with your feet up. Harvey must have had a fit.
Harvey and the doctor did not see what I saw, Christine.
Well, how's the kid?
I don't know yet. Harvey took Mrs. Jaszewski to the hospital. They said they'd call when they know something.
Then we probably shouldn't tie up the phone. It would be wrong.
Listen, I'm so glad you were home. It was good to talk to somebody.
Yeah, well, take it easy, okay?
Yeah. And good luck with taking over night shift, Sergeant.
Hey, piece of cake, Mary Beth. Running graveyard for 2 weeks, be like a vacation.
Oh, I gotta go. There's somebody knocking at my door.
Uh-huh, mine too. You're so rude. That's very rude. I was trying to talk on the phone.
It's a little hard to ascertain the degree of inebriation from a sixth-floor window. Now, wouldn't you agree, Mrs. Lacey?
Detective Lacey, 14th Squad. I'm on leave, but I have an ID.
And no, I could not testify in a court of law that the perpetrator was drunk, but he certainly appeared to be. He's a male Caucasian, reddish hair, 45 to 50 years old, between 5'10" and 6 feet tall, approximately 160, 175 pounds. He's got a beige three-quarter trench coat over a gray suit. You got that? The vehicle said Todson Properties on the side. I have statements from several witnesses. With a little hard work, we could get this guy behind bars in a couple of hours, am I right?
We already have him, Detective. The driver dropped a dime on himself. He called us from a payphone.
Mary Beth?
Excuse me. Mrs. Dashevsky, how is Anton?
The doctors, they could not tell me. They say my Anton is still with...
In a coma. They don't know when he'll come out of it.
He'll be okay, Mrs. Dashevsky.
Mrs. Dachevsky's going to get a couple of things, then I'm going to take you back to Queens General.
Okay.
Excuse me. There's a hearing at 10 in the morning, Mrs. Dashevsky. You should be there if you can.
They got the man who hit your son. The hearing is for him.
I'm sorry, I don't understand. What is a hearing?
Don't worry. I'll go with you. I'll explain everything.
All I'm trying to say is that a guy who's had one too many is not a criminal in the same sense as, say, an armed robber or a rapist.
Hey, if you haul me off in a body bag, it doesn't matter if the weapon is a .38 Smith & Wesson or an '86 sedan. It is still murder.
From the police viewpoint.
From anybody's viewpoint.
That guy was probably too bombed to know what he was doing.
He left a boy in the road to die.
The point is, he did not intentionally set out to hurt anyone.
Oh, I see. You have a couple of shooters before you hit the road, huh? And then to hell with individual responsibility. I mean, if anything happens, it's just the other guy's tough luck, huh? Excuse me, please. I beg your pardon?
Drinking and driving is irresponsible and stupid and dangerous. And I bet about 90% of the social drinkers in this country have done it, including you.
When I drive, I always stop at 2. Maybe 3. But when I get behind the wheel, I make certain that I drive with extreme caution.
You do, huh?
Yes, I do.
That's what they all say.
Ah, Detective Monk Jack.
I told you, they call me the monk.
The monk, that's right, and Detective Musaski.
The mongoose.
The monk and the mongoose, of course. How are we tonight?
Okie dokie.
Yes, I was going to tell you, your checks are right here. Actually, I'm glad that you gentlemen came in, because I wanted to say I know how difficult it is when there's somebody new, well, in charge.
Difficult for you already, Sergeant?
No, I meant, well, for you, Monk. You've been in charge of this shift for what, a year now?
18 months.
Right. Well, being second whip, I will be doing the graveyard shift for 2 weeks, familiarizing myself with the routine. And detectives Isbecki and Petrie, also from days, will be doing their rotation, and I see no reason why we can't, well, all coexist in peace and harmony.
None that I can think of.
Excellent.
Have a nut.
Well, thank you. Oh, golly, I love practical jokes. So let's try and make this experience as pleasant as possible, shall we? You continue with your routine, and I will certainly do nothing to interfere.
We have no routine to interfere with.
Well, whatever it is you do, just continue to do it. Okie dokie?
Okie
dokie.
$8 million stories in the naked city, and there go 2 of them.
I feel like I've already earned my next week's paycheck.
Patience, gentlemen, it's something we could all use more of. Marcus, you shaved your mustache.
Yeah, I got tired of what it looked like.
Hope that never happens to me.
I like it. That's good.
I never figured you for this kind of hobby, Cagney.
It's not a hobby, it's a present from my father. He made one for me on my 10th birthday. Worked on it for months, every spare minute he had, and he named her the Christine.
So what happened to her?
I lost her when we moved. I started this one in the hospital when I got shot.
Cagney, my paycheck is missing.
It is there, it's there, Becky. Keep looking.
No, it's not. It's gone.
Can't be. I am in charge, Mary Beth. I am responsible for 3 paychecks and an arrest report, all of which are now missing.
Would you relax? They'll turn up. Why don't you go home and get some sleep?
I'm wired. I had too much coffee.
Is that why I have the pleasure of your company?
No, I thought that a drive to Queens might relax me.
You mean put you to sleep?
I think it's a lousy idea that you're going to this hearing, Mary Beth.
Oh, don't start with me, Christine. Sonia Jaszewski needs me, and I'm gonna go.
What about your baby?
I am not endangering this baby. Excuse me. Yeah. Hi. Mrs. Jaszewski. This is my partner, Christine Cagney. I'm almost ready to go.
How do you do?
Mrs. Lacey, I don't know what to do.
Why, what's wrong? Is it Anton?
No, still no changes since I left the hospital. But the office of the district attorney, they say to me that this hearing, it has been cancelled. They say the man who hurt my boy has made a bargain?
Plea bargain.
Yeah, plea bargain. It's when the criminal makes a deal to be punished for a lesser crime than he actually committed.
To bargain for justice?
Well, sometimes it's the only way that you can be sure that someone is punished.
Yeah, only this time it's wrong. So I'm going to do something about it.
You can stop it.
Well, I can do the best I can.
Mrs. Jaszewski, could you excuse me just one moment? I'd like to speak with Mary Beth. What do you think you're doing?
What's it look like I'm doing? I'm going down to Queens DA and give somebody help.
Remember the doctor? Remember Harvey? Why don't you just turn it over to the 116th?
Because the 116 already rolled it over.
So you're getting upset.
I'm not getting upset. You're
Get
upset, and
I am
Harvey's upset. The doctor is upset, but I am not upset. The
The DA has no right knocking down the charges against some crud like this.
And you're not supposed to be going out.
I'm not gonna let it happen, Christine.
Thanks, Sergeant.
Not at all.
My daughter played a mean trick on this guy. Dug him out of the California desert where he was happy and sends him to me in Queens where he's miserable. She's going to USC Law School. Wants to be a defense attorney. I don't know, you try to raise him right and somehow it turns out all wrong.
Look, Mrs. Carver, Carl Todson has had 7 priors over 10 years. Eyewitnesses saw him drunk at the scene, and now you want to knock a driving while intoxicated down to a misdemeanor? Why?
The case is wobbly. Your witnesses lack credibility. In the first place, they were too far away. Secondly, they're not experts. His lawyer would slice them and dice them.
One of my eyewitnesses, an off-duty cop who happens to be my partner, saw him leave the scene.
His attorney said he went to search for a police car.
Oh, bull.
Wait. Gets better. In shock, he was unable to find the elusive police car, so he stopped at a payphone and promptly called the Queens PD.
Exactly. 3 miles from the accident in a bar. He failed the breathalyzer cold.
According to his attorney, Todson knocked back several martinis after calling the police to steady his nerves. He claims he failed the breathalyzer for alcohol consumed after the accident.
Mrs. Carver, if he can't sell this story to you and me, how's he going to sell it to a jury?
Ha! There isn't one of them who hasn't left a Christmas party on rubbery legs. Look, in 6 months, I retire. Before that, over 1,000 DWIs will roll through this office. I'd like to prosecute as many winners as I can. The rest are a waste of time and energy. That's my story, Sergeant. Now, what's yours? Why are you so interested in this case?
So, then what happened?
So then, I brought up an independent, reckless act.
Perfect. Smart, Christine. You were really on your toes.
Yeah, I thought so. Anyway, she went for it. You find the witness who can testify that Todson was too drunk to drive before the accident, Carver will slam dunk him. She also will delay disposition of the case for 3 days.
3 days?
So the 1/16th better get on the stick. It's not a lot of time to find that witness. Night, Mary Beth.
Hey.
Hi, honey. I left you a note. The leftover cannelloni's warming up in the oven. Harvey Jr.'s on the telephone, and Michael's got his nose stuck in a comic book. Would you remind them that they said they do the dishes?
Slow down, Mary Beth. What's going on?
I'm gonna go see a boss.
No, Mary Beth, you are not.
Harvey, Christine got us 3 days from the DA's office. Now, it's not a lot of time to build the case, but the 116 said that the drunken driver called from a Callahan's
Somebody
bar.
else can build the case, Mary Beth. You're building a baby.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're so lucky. We're so lucky, honey. We got the baby, and we got the boys. We got each other. Mrs. Dashevsky's only got her son. And she doesn't know tonight whether or not her son is going to live or die. And the 116 says they're too short-handed to get somebody else, so...
Call this bartender, Mary Beth. Ask him these questions over the phone.
Oh, that's not the same thing, Harvey. I got to look in their faces.
You want to have this baby early? The doctor said it could happen.
Well, what do you want me to do, sit home?
Hey, look, Mary Beth, it is my baby, too, and you are going to wear yourself out.
You want to know what wears me out? The thought of some man staggering back to his car with a boy laying in the street. Could have been Michael.
Yeah, I know.
There's a whole lot of things could happen to a kid in this city, Harvey. Most of which I can't do anything about. But I could get a drunken driver off the street. At least I could try.
It's hard, isn't it, being home all day?
Oh, honey, it's your slow season. That's slow season. Your slow season's gonna be over in a couple of weeks. I bet you have about 1 million jobs. I mean, I could feel it getting warmer every day. Look, I got an address here for a Callahan's bar. You want to help me find it?
I got a better idea. Yeah, my old man. Used to take me to the fights all the time. Saw you against Giardello. Old Hammer and Hank. Let me ask you a question. Who's the toughest guy you ever fought?
That year Della was tough. Hey, they're all tough. You know, I'm loving this little stroll down memory lane. But you didn't come here to talk boxing, now did you? Officer?
No, you got me all wrong. Harvey Lacey, that's me. See? I'm a contract. I'm not a cop. But you're half right. I didn't come here to talk boxing. Yesterday, a drunk driver hit my neighbor's kid. He's still in a coma. He's my son's age. The driver called the cops from here. Do you remember the guy?
I remember him. Came in to put in a call to his lawyer.
Was he drunk when he arrived? It's real important.
Maybe drunk. Maybe in shock. Couldn't get enough coffee down. And his lawyer calls him back. The guy starts socking away vodka martinis.
And then he called the cops.
Even had a few more waiting for the cops. I should have served the guy a bottle and a straw. Drank like he had something to prove.
This one's gonna widen the inspector's part. Oops, sorry.
Got a message for you, Cagney.
I don't want to hear it. I want slumber. I just want to go home.
You want this message or what?
My brain and I are off duty.
Lacey called. Said she needs you. Sounded like an emergency.
What do you mean it sounded like? Was it or wasn't it?
Sounded important. I didn't rate it.
Oh, damn it. You keep trying Lacey and tell her I'm on my way?
Cagney, what the hell is this?
It's an arrow, Lieutenant. Is it time? What? Coleman said it was an emergency. I thought it was the baby.
I didn't say emergency. I said very important.
Oh, I thought it was the baby. All right, I'm here. So what's so important?
Well, Mrs. Dashevsky called this morning, and she said Anton came out of the coma.
Oh, that's terrific, huh?
Yeah, but they think he might have brain damage. And he's got to have special bone surgery on his left leg. Doctor said it costs a hell of a lot of money.
Well, at least there's no fault insurance in case Toddson tries to weasel out of it.
No, Christine. She doesn't have no fault insurance. No fault insurance only goes up to $50,000. Now, with the operations that Anton's got to have and therapy, they said it could cost up to $100,000.
So, she can sue for pain and suffering. God knows she's got a case.
Well, it's not foolproof, Christine. Not until we get Toddson. If he's in jail, they can make him pay still in a civil suit. I checked.
What is this? Huh? You invited me over here just so I could do something for you.
It's not a lot, Chris. I would do it myself, but Harv said it might snow, and he made me swear to stay in. It's one little thing.
I'm tired. I haven't had any sleep at all.
We only have 2 days left, Chris.
It isn't even our case. Forget it.
This'll take you all of 45 minutes, no more. Listen, Toddson said in his statement that he had lunch at a place called the Marquee. Go to the Marquee, talk to the bartender, see if he remembers Toddson.
Was that all? Well, you're sure while I'm there you don't want me to interview all the regular clients?
Gee, that'd be great.
You're obsessed, Mary Beth.
I am not obsessed.
You are obsessed.
I'm not the one that gets obsessed. You're the one that gets obsessed. Hey, if it's an imposition, forget I asked.
Don't do that. Huh? If I don't go to the Marquee, you'll go, right?
I didn't say that.
Of course not. That would be way too obvious. I just visited the Marquee. Your boss had lunch there with a Mr. Provasoli prior to the accident.
He's from Boston. He's interested in some income property. I made the reservations. Look, Mr. Toddson did not intentionally hurt that boy. He is not a criminal.
He's sick. This is his 7th drunk driving charge in 10 years. I think your boss has a drinking problem and needs some help.
You know, maybe this is hard for you to understand, but he happens to be a wonderful man.
After Mr. Professali left, Mr. Todson went into the bar, and he had a drink with an attractive redhead. I can't make out my own handwriting. What's her name?
I wouldn't know. Listen, I have a lot of work to do, and I don't want to answer any more questions.
Well, they left in his car around 1:30. The accident occurred around 4:30. Where do you think he was for 3 hours?
I have no idea. I want you to leave now.
Look, I understand you're being afraid of losing your job, but you don't ever have to tell your boss that you talked to him.
I am not going to help you put Carl Todson in jail.
Even if that's where he belongs?
Carl's my husband. We have 3 kids.
Is this Chris Cagney I'm talking to? Chris Cagney, who pushed me into worse long shots who knows how many times when it was something she wanted.
Well, thank you, Mary Beth. You know, it's so nice to do somebody a favor and then have them take pot shots at your character.
You're right, I'm sorry.
No, you're not. You're mad. Because I think it's hopeless.
I'm mad because you want to give up and forget about it like everybody else. Nobody can make the problem go away, so nobody should try.
That is not what I
The DA
said.
wants to sweep it under the carpet. The 116 is only looking for a quick conviction. So what if Carl Todson sometimes has a few too many and then gets in his car? We've all been there ourselves, so what?
Well, now, wait a minute, Mary
We've all
Beth.
seen cops go out and get smashed right after they arrested a drunk driver. And we all know cops and lawyers and judges who drive drunk, so big deal. Too bad about that kid being in the hospital, though, right?
Mary Beth, you're not being very rational about this, so I'm going to go home, okay?
Sure, you don't want to look at it either. 3 drinks, Christine. That's nothing for you, but that's all it takes to be legally drunk.
What is that supposed to mean?
I got kids. I got a different point of view on drinking.
Oh, I see. You don't drink, and I do. So that makes me one of those cops you were talking about?
I didn't mean you personally.
The hell you didn't.
You're overreacting.
And you talk before you think. Let me tell you something. Drinking does not a drunkard make. I am very much aware of what I drink and how much I drink. I am not irresponsible. I do not drive drunk, and I do not think that drunk drivers should get off lightly. So the problem of my drinking is yours, Mary Beth, not mine.
Nothing for me. Chris?
Sure, I'll have another Bloody Mary's, please.
First time I ever saw you drink anything but scotch.
The hours I'm keeping, this is breakfast.
Here's to the ladies who can hold their booze, whatever it is. He's not Liberace, but at least he's having a great time.
Well, hey, if you can't have a good time, what's the point?
These hours are catching up with you.
Hell no. I love burning the candle at both ends, working for my partner all day long in the city of New York all night. It makes me feel needed, you know?
Just let it go for a while.
Must be my lucky day. Women who hold their liquor are still in demand.
That was a compliment, Chris. You trying to pick a fight?
Guess so. Sorry.
Hey, if it helps, I'll go a few rounds.
Do you think I have a problem with booze?
No, you like to drink. So do I.
Yeah, I do. So do a lot of people. Charlie really used to have a good time. I remember when I was a little girl, he used to let me sit on his lap and have some of his beer. Chrissy, he'd say, if you can't hold your liquor, you're not old enough to drink. It's a sort of funny thing to say to a kid. I'm sure Charlie would tie one on every once in a while, but I never really thought about it at the time. I never noticed the progression. And then one night, a few months after he retired, I get this call from Flannery's, and they tell me to come down and get him. It was the first time I had to put Charlie to bed. First of many. I know the doctor's right. Charlie knows it, too. He's an alcoholic. It's a disease, you know. The doctor said if he didn't lay off the booze, one of two things could happen. You either go insane or you die. They say it can run in the family.
Where did all this come from?
I don't know. Think a candelabra would help?
You know, you don't have to do this, honey.
It's not a major drug bust, Mary Beth. I'm just gonna find out the redhead's name.
Maybe I'm pushing too hard.
Huh?
Maybe I'm pushing both you and Chris too hard.
Not me, babe. I want to do it.
She was so mad, Harvey.
Chris will get over it.
I mean, I didn't mean to upset her. But I don't want to give up on this while there's still a chance.
I'm with you 100%. How do I look?
Is that shirt your cousin Stanley gave you that you promised you'd never wear?
It's perfect for the marquee. I hear it's a hot pickup joint.
You need some gold chains, or...
Love that silk. Live alone?
I'm just waiting for someone.
Aren't we all?
You want to talk to me?
Oh, no, miss. Look, I don't mean to be rude, but the only reason I'm here is because of my wife.
Yeah? That's kinky.
No, it's not. I just want to talk to the day bartender. They told me to wait here.
Okay, you're looking at the day bartender. What can I do for you?
You. Tomorrow we get a name. The bartender promised.
But she only knows this redhead by sight, right?
Yeah, she's gonna wait till she comes in and find out her name. Simple, huh?
Yeah, if the bartender's playing straight with you.
Gave her $20 to make sure.
20? Oh, I don't know if that was such a hot idea, Harv.
I thought cops do it all the time.
Only in the movies. I mean, I could see $5 maybe. After she came through with the name.
Yeah, well, it's worth $20 if we get that witness. Sleep tight, baby.
Yeah, you too.
Tomorrow's a big day.
Uh-huh.
We get that witness and pow, we nail Totson.
Uh-huh.
Boy, this police work, it's hard to turn off.
It's hard, Harv, but do it.
Hello.
Good morning. I wanted to catch you before you went to bed. I hope you weren't asleep.
No, I wasn't, Mary Beth. That's pretty good ask.
Listen, Chris, about yesterday, I'm sorry if you misunderstood what I said.
Was that supposed to be an apology?
Christine.
You forget it, okay, Mary Beth? It's over. All right?
If you say so. I called to tell you that Harvey got a couple leads.
Wonderful. Congratulate him for me.
The first there's a bartender at the marquee. She may be able to identify the redhead, but in case she doesn't pan out, Harvey called one of his welders, Ramon. Ramon tells Harvey that the reason the marquee got to be such a popular place is because the adult hideaway motel's right down the street. Very convenient for some people.
Let me guess. You want me to go check him out?
Well, Harvey wanted to, but he had to take Michael to the dentist. You wouldn't have to go until you wake up.
I'll try, okay, Mary Beth? But in order to wake up, I have to go to sleep first. Good night, Mary Beth.
Thanks, Chris. Good night.
Adult hideaway motel.
We're from the Jehovah's Witnesses.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. You caught me at a bad time. I'm on my way to the adult hideaway motel. Excuse me.
Yeah. Mr. Smith, the last of the big tippers. He sends me to the liquor store for a fifth. Tells me I can finish what he and the lady don't. And what they don't finish could fit in a thimble.
The lady, tell me about her.
Ah, a red-headed stallion.
A what?
I used to work burlesque. All the girls were classified with physique.
Huh.
The tall ones were stallions and the short ones were ponies. She wasn't no pony.
Well, did he, call the stallion by name?
She wore a necklace with gold letters. R-I-T-A.
Rita.
Chris. Hey.
Harvey.
How you doing?
I thought you were at the dentist.
Hey, great kid, Mikey. No cavities. I wanted to get here as soon as I could. The bartender promised me the name of Totson's lady friend. But the bartender's a no-show.
Oh.
What brings you here?
Bellboy at the Hideaway Motel said that the woman's name is Rita. And that he brought her and Todson a fifth, which they polished off.
Rita?
Yeah, I don't know anything.
You want to talk to me?
Yeah, hi. I was here before. I'm trying to find out about a woman who was here on the 17th. Her name is Rita. I could look at your credit card receipts. Maybe I could find her last name. She may have picked up the tab.
I can't do that.
Well, you were very helpful when I was in here the other day.
Yeah, well, I spoke to my lawyer, and he reminded me about the general obligation law. Customer drinks in here and goes down and hits somebody. I get sued?
No, this has nothing to do with the GOL. I'm trying to find out how much he had to drink after he left here. And I need your cooperation.
Get a subpoena, lady, then you get my cooperation.
Well, what if we get beverage control down here, too, huh? Have them take a long, hard look at your liquor license.
Oh, Harvey, I'll handle this.
Don't threaten me, officer. I run a clean business.
What's that supposed to mean? You wash your hands when you come out of the bathroom?
Listen,
Harvey.
Don't come in here and tell me what to do.
Oh, you listen, pal. See that Lolita down there at the end of the bar? The one wobbling on her high heels, talking to Daddy Warbucks there? How old you figure she is? Maybe 16? 15?
I'm very sorry. He sometimes gets carried away. I'm sure there's no reason why we can't discuss this calmly.
I got it. Good cop, bad cop routine. You don't have to lean on me. I'll give you whatever you want.
Boy, no wonder why you and Mary Beth love this. I mean, it makes you feel like $1,000,000.
Yeah, sometimes.
So now we talk to Rita Quintero, huh?
Harvey, I really think maybe I should go alone. I just think the woman will probably be very nervous.
Yeah, and you don't want a rookie to blow it, right?
No. Well, hey, for a rookie, you're okay.
I didn't have anything to do with the accident. I got out of the car 3 blocks from the motel.
Why?
Why do you think? He was smashed.
So you were afraid to stay in the car?
I was terrified. I hadn't realized how drunk he was. Every time I think about what happened, I just thank God I got out.
That's all I want you to tell the DA.
You don't understand. That afternoon was a big mistake. My husband doesn't know anything about it. I intend to keep it that way.
We need you to get this man off the streets, Miss.
Come on, Katie, let's go home.
We can subpoena you, Mrs. Quintero. You want that?
If you do, I'll deny everything. I'll say that I never saw Carl before in my life.
We have eyewitnesses who saw you with him.
If you can get them to testify, I'll say they're mistaken. It'll be their word against mine.
Please, Mrs. Quintero. Your testimony is crucial. Without it, we don't have a case.
Then you have no case.
I was on my way to work. Thought I'd stop by.
Uh-huh. You always go from Soho to the precinct by way of Queens?
Okay. I had the sudden flash that maybe you were out of chocolate chip.
Oh, Lord. Chocolate chip.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Ooh. Where are Harvey and the boys?
They went out to bring me ice cream. Can you believe it?
Mary Beth, I tried with Rita Quintero.
I know.
Oh, I'm sorry it didn't work out.
You did your best. I appreciate it. Chris, about yesterday, I hated...
Hey, maybe I overreacted. But sometimes, you know, you say things without really saying.
Well, sometimes you hear things that aren't there. No, I don't want to fight about it, Chris. You're a grown woman, and how much you drink is none of my business.
Damn it, see, there you go again.
Can we have a truce now?
No. This is personal with me, and we'll leave it at that. Maybe you didn't mean it, but you were out of line.
I apologize.
I accept. Now we have a truce.
I got him! Come on, could you give me a hand here, please? Give me a minute.
Okay. Ship.
Easy, back.
Tweezers.
Easy, you're too cerebral. Let me do it. I'm an animal.
Highly technical work, guys.
Don't fake it. Come on, really pull here, will you? Hold it.
Thank you.
Ah, finally. After 2 years before the mass, gentlemen, I give you the Charlie. It's pretty, huh? I had Lopez, the pawnbroker, engrave a brass plate. Will you see it? It's great. It's great.
Yoo-hoo! Victor, Marcus. You think you could come over here a moment, please?
Take a look behind the file cabinet.
Our missing paychecks?
A rat's nest.
What is it? Where? Oh, at the door.
Banzai!
You missed it! It's over there!
Behind the way, Bob! Get out of the way!
Oh,
I think you just stunned him.
Cuff him.
Around the neck!
2 years. All that work, all that time, all that patience.
Don't take it so hard, Sarge. Come with me. Come on.
You dirty rat.
I don't understand.
I used one of mine. See, I've been on midnights 5 years now. I can knock these suckers off with my eyes closed. You wouldn't guess we'd have a lot in common.
If you didn't work nights, we could have lunch.
Mrs. Quintero?
Yes?
I'm Detective Lacey, 14th Squad. My partner, Sergeant Cagney, talked to you yesterday.
I already told her I can't help you.
I only need a few minutes of your time. Is it asking too much? We're talking about a child's life here.
Kitty, honey, take this into the apartment. How often do I have to tell you, Detective, I can't help you? I'm sorry.
Tell Anthony Shevsky how sorry you are. He may have brain damage. And they don't know if he's ever going to walk right again. Tell his mother how sorry you are. She's looking at her son, and she's looking at doctor bills the rest of her life. And the next time that Carl Totson gets in his car plastered and maybe kills a kid, you could tell those parents how sorry you are, too. But don't apologize to me.
You make it sound like I'm the one who's guilty.
There's 10,000 children a year in this country murdered by drunken drivers. You think it's not your problem? It could have been my kid. It could have been yours. What if it was? What if it was Katie? How would you feel if you knew that somebody could have kept her from getting hurt and did nothing? Oh, lady, if I had another choice, I wouldn't do this to you. But I don't know another way to make sure this man doesn't hurt more children. Now, you could take a small risk and maybe do a lot of good. Or else you can go ahead and go inside your apartment, close the door, and let a criminal like Totson keep getting away with it. That's up to you.
Who shot him?
If you can't convince us that you don't know anything, you better have relatives in Brazil that'll be glad to see you.
I'm sick of seeing good cops being dragged through the mud by these self-righteous office politicians who don't know what they're doing because they've never been out there.
What do you want? I'm sorry?
You're building on sand, Detective. At least my head's not buried in it. You throw Thornton in my face one more time, you're walking. Give it a rest, Christine. I didn't pull the trigger, okay? You have no evidence. What are you afraid of here?
Get back. I mean it. Stay back.
This is a test, you know. It's only a test of the Nelman emergency warning system. I mean, if it were actual police work, Thornton would not be standing up there.
Am I the only person taking notes here or what?
Next thing out of his mouth's gonna be, prior planning prevents poor performance.
Sergeant Cagney, could we please have your attention? If you'll all open the packages now, which are in front of you, and follow along with me.
Report your nearest shoulder.
Our target subject is Gabriel Zoller. Now, your computer printouts detail his history of dealing in illicit weaponry, beginning with his first arrest in 1982. You'll also note his activities in California, New York, Illinois, Canada, and Florida. Any questions?
Could you please elucidate, sir, on the exact nature of this task force?
Yes, it's a clandestine monitoring and observation operation of one of the most consistently elusive dealers of stolen small arms for domestic distribution.
The guy who sells hot guns or runs a pet shop.
You have something to add, Sergeant?
I know. I was just wondering if you really need all of this just to keep an eye on Zoller.
To know where he's going, it helps to know where he's been. Now, Zoller is meeting his contact tonight, and we are going to be there. Study this before then. My second whip, Sergeant Marin.
All right.
Yes, who uncovered the details of the meet, will now brief you.
Well, we're not going to get our names in the papers. Basically, it's like Sergeant Cagney said, simple surveillance. We just want to ID Zoller's new business partner. You've all been there.
Everyone except Thornton.
I'm due in Inspector Nelman's office. Carry on, Sergeant Marin.
Nobody laugh. Especially if he shows up tonight in full riot gear.
You know one of your nicest qualities? You don't carry a grudge, Christine.
Thornton keeps following me like toilet paper stuck to my shoe.
He needs the street experience. He'll never make chief without it.
So Nelman puts him on some nice, safe surveillance for a few nights, and bingo, he's earned his spurs.
At least they partnered him with a solid pro.
That's just so Merritt can keep Thornton from shooting off his own foot.
Is that a funny story that Sergeant Marin told about Charlie?
I think Pop must have been drinking with every blue suit in Manhattan. I'm gonna skip lunch. You want to drop me off? I'll meet you back at the shop.
I will go back and peruse the data.
When you start using the word interface, it's time to deprogram. Boy, would I like a drink.
Christine? Seatbelt.
God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Keep coming back. It works.
I liked what you shared today.
Oh, thanks.
That part about losing control. You sure know how to get to the heart of things.
Well, I'm eloquent when I'm angry.
Listen, could I get your number?
Sure. Ann, right?
That's right.
Yeah, well, I understand how tough it is when you're new. Tell you what, I'll put my home phone on the back, and then if you have any questions about the meetings or the ins and outs of it, you know, you just give me a call.
Thanks. Chris.
Hiya, Donna.
Well, I'll let you go. I just want to say what a boost it is to see someone getting so much out of the program. Hope I can do as well. I'll call you, all right?
Sure. It's always nice hearing from a friend. I'll be out of your way in a minute.
That's okay. There's no rush.
Thank you. Extra napkins if you need them.
Thanks. Chris.
Yeah?
I know you have bad feelings about me, but I just want to say I'm glad you're in AA.
Fine.
You're still angry with me.
I'm not angry.
Chris, I miss Charlie, too. There's not a day goes by that I don't think about him.
Guilty conscience?
Love. That's why I'm still coming to Al-Anon. For the support, you know.
Great. Well, have a nice meeting.
Esposito 14. Oh, sure, please hold. Al, it's for you, it's your mom. On two.
Hey, Ma. Lacey, you got a minute?
Gee, Victor, no.
It's important.
So is this, and I don't have Bernadine to do my typing for me.
It's personal.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
All right.
I was looking at these and
Out with it, Victor.
It's Ginger. She's got the female problems.
What kind of problems exactly?
You know, with her plumbing.
Uh-huh.
Ginger was scared, and I wanted to talk to you about it.
Scared of what? What is wrong, Victor?
She's got some swelling, and she's in a lot of pain.
What does the doctor say?
She's there now.
So you don't know what is wrong yet for sure?
No. But what if the doctor says, like with my mother, what if it's cancer? I mean, you know how they can just take over.
The best thing for you to do, Victor, is not to stay in the dark. Find out everything that you can.
That's not going to change what the doc says.
I know I'm late, but you tried crossing town with Con Ed ripping up all the streets, huh? Victor, aren't you supposed to be doing some reports?
I'm sorry, Victor. We'll talk later. Victor, we will talk later.
Cagney. Yep.
Line 3.
Oh, thanks, Feather. Yeah, Cagney. Oh, hi, Ann. Huh? Oh, no. Now it's just as good a time as any. Uh-huh. How are you? You're kidding me? Oh, no. Don't get me wrong. I'd love to. I've just never sponsored anybody before. Yeah, well, that's me, all right. Yeah. What? Oh, believe me, I'm on your side. You know that. Look, you've got both my numbers, right? So anytime you need to talk, I just really think we're going to make a great team. She's boozed up, burned out, and all mine. She's a therapist. Can you imagine? I'd like to have your shrink cry through your sessions with you.
I hope it works out, Chris.
What do you mean, hope? This is historical, Mary Beth. Talk about acceleration. I'm moving through this program like a house on fire.
I love this part. Sitting around staring at a dark warehouse.
Boy, when I think of all the times we used to drink lukewarm coffee in our car. Thornton makes one call to Nelman and look at us. We're riding around in mobile splendor.
Well, the inspector wants his boy to shine.
Sure. If Maron's tip pays off, guess he's going to take all the bows.
Unit 2, Unit 3. Target just arrived. Now entering warehouse.
Unit 2, 10-4.
Unit 3, 10-4.
Sergeant Cagney, it's Lieutenant Thornton. Just checking positions.
Most of us are where we should be.
Sergeant Marin just called, sir. The suspect has arrived.
Oh, okay, I'd better get back.
Sir, it would be better if you waited. They might see you now.
Good thinking, Detective. It's this quiet duck hunting. I grew up in Wisconsin.
Is that where you picked up all your street smarts?
We got a major wrinkle here, Lieutenant. You better get back. I've just spotted an unidentified suspect. We should move in for a closer look.
I'm on my way, Sergeant. We move into a backup position.
I'm aware of procedure. I'll give you 30 seconds.
Right, I'm going in there with Marin.
Central, 1013, 14th Squad detectives at 221 Fulton. Shots fired. Unit 3, we're going in. Central, it's a 1013. Member of the service down. Dispatch an ambulance.
Get back!
Thornton,
I mean it. Stay away.
Put your gun down, Lieutenant. We're not gonna hurt you.
Cagney?
Lacey, sir.
Lacey?
Yes, sir.
I'm over here, Lieutenant.
Put your gun down, sir. All right. That's over now. That's over now. You can relax now, sir. You can relax now. Did you see what happened, sir? Where did they go, sir?
He came at me.
He's dead.
Marin,
What?
we decided, and I came this way. And then he was at me with his gun.
Marin?
The sergeant.
Who shot him?
He.
Who shot him?
I did.
The department feels deep regret at the shooting death of Sergeant Marin. He was a hell of a cop. And I know we all extend our condolences to his widow and children.
What about the department investigation, sir?
Preliminary ruling is that Sergeant Marin's death was accidental.
No harm, no foul.
Both men followed procedure. But only one walked out, sir. Lieutenant Thornton is on administrative leave. And the department will best be served by immediately disbanding this task force. Return to your squads, that's all. Whatever it is, I don't want to hear it.
With due respect, sir, this simple surveillance cost us one of our own.
The operation is over.
We have an opportunity here, Inspector. The media is eating us alive. Hero cop shot by partner. Come on.
The suspect has undoubtedly left the state by now.
Why would Zola pack up and leave empty-handed, sir?
And what does the department have to take all the heat because one guy screwed up?
Do you have a solution, Sergeant?
Yeah, give me the task force.
It couldn't hurt in the media, sir.
And Marin wouldn't have died in vain if we could bring Zola in.
I'll give you 48 hours.
I need more time.
Take it or leave it.
Thank you, Inspector. We'll start right in. We're all set to go.
I also need a new team to replace the one we lost.
No more manpower on this. You work out of the 14th. I want this place closed down. Now.
Boy, Nelman sure dumped Thornton fast enough, didn't he? Adds new meaning to the word squash.
The old boy network. Judas is their patron saint.
Politicians. All Nelman cares about is covering his tracks. Well, good luck. Everybody knows the boy wonder was his idea.
Thornton's taking the brunt of it.
Oh, yeah? Tell that to Marin's widow. Nelman's falling flat on his face, and I get to pick him up, and I love it.
Lieutenant Thornton certainly outdid himself. Look at all this work.
Well, Marin, you never knew what hit him.
You turn a corner, your partners are scared of the dark, and bam!
I bet Thornton never even identified himself before he fired.
You don't know that.
He wasted a good cop.
Come on, Marybeth, 25 years on the job and one of your own puts a round in your head?
Leave it to a desk jockey to blow his partner away by the book.
Give it a rest, Christine.
I didn't pull the trigger, okay?
Sergeant,
Lieutenant,
is there somewhere more private we might talk?
look around. You see any place private?
Kid, I just thought I should bring you up to speed. Turn over my data.
Took your gun from you, huh? Don't you just hate it when they play hardball?
You don't know, Ginger. She's never been like this. She doesn't talk. She just cries.
Did she say benign tumor? Fibroid, right?
Yeah. But she has to have a hysterectomy. She says, Victor, we're never gonna have children. I say, I just care about you.
Victor, I'm going to give you my doctor's phone number. You have Ginger call him.
We already have a doctor.
There's more than one doctor in the city of New York, Victor. Get a second opinion. Get a third and fourth if you want to.
We'll go rule 2.
Detective Lacey.
Well, there have to be other options besides a hysterectomy. I mean, there might be another choice, Victor. She is scared, too. You have to be the strong one here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll talk to her.
Hey, Beth.
The clock is running, Detective.
It was important, Sergeant. Lieutenant?
Detective Lacey, how are you this morning?
Okay. And you, sir?
A bit ragged.
Can we get on with it, please?
As I was saying, my research covers 2 basic areas. First, Zoller's profile gathered from intelligence, MO files, other squads, uniform observation reports, etc.
Looks like you were very thorough, sir.
Secondly, I compiled a list of cases involving similar crimes. I researched that back 15 years.
Zoller's record only goes back 6.
I think this research has merit.
It's a good place to start, sir.
Fine. If we have time to go over your stuff, Lieutenant, we certainly will. But at the moment, we have less than 48 hours.
Of course. Well, if you need me, Sergeant Cole.
Will do, Lieutenant.
He came to the wrong place if he's looking for friends.
Oh, will you lay off? We're going to forget Thornton, all of you. We got work to do, so let's hit the streets and rattle some cages. Detective?
Chris, you've made a good start. I'll give you that. But you're not ready to be a sponsor.
How hard could it be? All it takes is some common sense.
It's experience. In order to share it, you have to be living and working the steps.
Joe, I happen to have been through some pretty rough times this past year.
8 months. You slipped, remember?
You're the one that told me I can't keep it until I learn to give it away.
Right now, all you know how to do is stay sober 1 day at a time.
Well, I'd call that plenty.
It takes more than that.
You think I haven't been working the steps? I feel like I've been up and down them 100 times.
You barely started. Chris, I'm not going to tell you what to do.
Got that right.
How are you doing with that anger of yours? How are you going to help someone else? You haven't even started to make your own amends. There. Who are you thinking of right there? Whoever it is would make a pretty good place to start.
Chris?
Hi.
I was surprised when you called me.
I figured it was time.
Mind if I join you?
It's the idea.
Can I get you something to start, ladies?
Would you like something?
Whatever you're having.
A couple of designer waters?
Would you like me to start, honey?
I just, I wanted to set some things straight. I'm sure that I've said some things that may have, or, did hurt you.
Yeah, that's true.
And some of those things I said weren't entirely true. Like my thinking that you didn't care about Charlie.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you understand about that now.
Yeah. So, I wanted to apologize for what I said. It's important for me to apologize, and I do. That's all. I apologize. All right?
All right.
No, I think I better go.
Well, what about dinner?
I don't think it's gonna work, really. Besides, I already ate.
Well, let me call you.
Let's get together, okay? Yeah, sure. I'll call you. Bye.
Dad? How come you told Mom you don't trust doctors?
Mikey, we're a nation of sheep. They put a white coat on some guy and suddenly he's God. We even trust that jerk who says, I'm not a doctor, but I play one on TV.
Mom trusts her doctor. She even gave his name to Ginger.
Yeah, we found out when Mom had a tumor that you have to learn as much as you can. That means a second doctor, even a third if you need it.
But then how do you know who's right and who's wrong?
Well, it's not always that simple, Mikey. It all comes down to your own best judgment. But in order to make a smart decision, you have to get a second opinion.
You didn't get a second opinion when they took out my tonsils.
We should have, Mikey. But back then it was, my tongue is choking me every week. Every parent knew the problem. Every doctor knew the answer. The tonsils got to come out.
Maybe I didn't have to have them out.
No, Mikey, we didn't think we had a choice. Mikey, when you get as old and stupid as the rest of us, use your head. Ask a lot of questions. Don't let them get away with anything.
So you got your task force and you're on top of the world.
And I'm a sponsor. And I was generous with an enemy. Not a bad day's work, eh?
I thought you were gonna eat with Donna, make amends.
Took less time than I thought.
That's one for the record books. Chris Cagney turns a new leaf in the time it takes to drink a cup of coffee.
What are you going on about? You should be congratulating me.
You're doing enough of that for both of us. What do you need me for?
I don't. You can leave any time.
Okay.
I didn't know you were the kind of a man who ran away from a fight.
If it ain't easy, you don't want it, right?
What are you going on about? You know, I break my butt in this program.
Cut the crap, Cagney.
You can leave now.
You know, you can't just take, baby. You gotta give some.
Save it for someone who cares, right?
I've got only a vague recollection of that name.
Well, try harder. You and Zoller were cellmates for 3 months. I bet you remember the size of his underwear.
Yeah, well, Greenhaven was a dark time for me. My therapist says that I blocked it out.
Well, we can provide recall therapy. Starts in a holding cell with a bunch of junkies throwing up on your shoes.
You moved guns for Zoller before.
Must have been in my troubled past. Now I'm a productive member of the community.
Your rap sheet says different, Mr. Werner.
Mistaken identity both times.
Witness intimidation both times.
Hey, it's a democracy. Everybody's entitled to their point of view.
And here's mine. All right, Zoller caused the death of a cop. Now we're gonna get him, and anyone who refuses to help goes down with him.
Hard, Mr. Werner. As hard as we could possibly make it. If you can't convince us that you don't know anything, you better have relatives in Brazil that'll be glad to see you.
Understand this. With no encouragement from me, Zoller called here yesterday looking for a truck and a driver. I shined him on, but he said he's gonna call back.
When he does, you better.
Zoller is still in town, so the deal is definitely going on.
Taking place at 14th.
Yes.
No, Sergeant Cagney's on the other line. May I help you, ma'am?
That's
Oh, yes. Hang on. Christine, it's Anne.
Could you hold on one moment, Inspector?
She says it's urgent.
Take your number, I'll call her back. Yes. Pardon me, Inspector. It was a little police business.
Anne, where could the sergeant reach you?
So I need a few more days.
Yes, I told her.
Yes, I saw today's paper. That's why
Well,
I need
she
the
should
extra
be
time.
free in just a minute.
No, I mean,
Right back, she said.
No, I'll
Okay.
take it. Yes, I will take it.
All right.
Thank you, Inspector. One extra day.
Is there no end to the inspection's generosity? It's Anne's number.
Hey, you want to calm down here? Calm in. Calm down. It's an interrogation room for my task force.
You good for down here?
Hey, I'm trying to even the score for Marin. You with us or not?
Take whatever's open. I'll let you know when I need it back.
All right, Mr. Coleman to see Alan Manning. We sent him upstairs for us.
better than that. You got to maintain.
Quiet!
Let's go.
Zala's ex-wife laid a sob story on us. She hasn't seen him. He owes her money. He didn't show up for the kid's birthday.
Thank God for nosy neighbors. And Mrs. Kowalski said the wife had a late-night visitor dressed like Blake Carrington.
Could have been Zala.
Could have been Blake Carrington.
Lieutenant Thornton's profile on Zala says he has all his suits custom made. Page 3.
Okay, time for known associates and local hangouts.
Lieutenant Thornton has them listed already.
You know, it's too bad he didn't spend as much time on the pistol range as he did in front of his computer.
Maybe Marin would still be alive.
I thought we were running short on time here.
How many teams are working on this list, Sarge?
You're looking at it.
Oh, wait a second. We got a week's worth of work here.
So, work fast, all right? We don't have a week. If he shows up again, I want to hear from him, all right? Thank you.
Yes, I got it. All right.
Pager, Zoller parked here for 1 hour this morning.
I'll go you one better. Manny and Al turned up a call girl, Upper West Side address. Somebody ID'd her last night with Zoller in a restaurant from Lieutenant Thornton's list. They're checking her out now.
You throw Thornton in my face one more time, you're walking.
If you want pointers, I'd be happy. You want names? I'm sorry.
We can make your clients awful nervous.
Hey, Al, we could set up in the hallway. We could do a little portrait photography.
If you have nothing better to do.
Excuse me, Stacy. Can I use your bathroom?
First door on your left.
Hey, Al, what do you bet I find a little controlled substance in there?
That's a sucker's bet.
Illegal search officer.
Legal enough to bring you in.
Oh, sure. And the way we do paperwork, you could be with us, about a week.
So where's Zoller?
Please, you must keep the violence down to a minimum. The furniture is all French antique. The wall covering is imported silk.
How many entrances to Zoller's suite?
But we must, absolutely must use the service elevator.
How many entrances?
2.
But which is which, sir?
This is the bedroom. This is the living quarters, the first door to your left. And please, don't get blood on anything.
Esposito, Carrasco, take the bedroom. In on 3.
Nobody home. We missed him.
Happy Hooker must have tipped him off.
Damn it.
As much as I know you don't want to do it, Sergeant, I think it's time to call back in. What's his name?
Benny Litwack, last caller for gun dealing, 1983.
And look, he was in Sing Sing the same time as Zoller.
No, he's not a possible. Now he's doing time in Joliet.
Struck out again.
Patience, Sergeant.
But while we're strolling down memory lane here, Zoller's setting up his deal.
Statistically, running MOs and patterns like this is more productive than sweeping the streets.
Every guy you come up with so far is either dead or doing time.
Sir, that's all right, sir. Follow your process.
I don't know. Maybe I should pull up the missing data.
What missing data?
Printouts of gun dealing cases from 1975 to 73. I had them. They're missing.
Have you tried the lost and found?
For what? Zoller wasn't even in operation until 82.
That was just his last reported caller. I was being efficient.
Lieutenant, there's a call for you, sir.
What do you people want from me?
He said it was important, sir.
Why don't you take a break, sir?
All right, just let me reprint the missing cases. Then it can be printing while I'm gone.
Certainly.
Come on, damn it! efficient use of time. Then when I'll be right over here if you need me.
Now, there's the guy who's got it together.
Shut up, Manny.
Come on, Lacey's grasping at straws.
We can use all the help we can get.
So could he.
I can't get away. No, just tell me now. It doesn't matter. Tell me now. All right. I'll be right over. Yes, right.
Lieutenant? Are you all right, sir?
Oh, my lawyer.
Oh, no wonder you look depressed.
Maron's widow. She named me in the wrongful death suit. Wrongful, I don't know. I have to see him. I don't know where I left my jacket.
Excuse me, what am I supposed to do with all this?
Burn it. Blow it up. I don't care.
Lieutenant.
No, that's all right. I know. I've seen you. I got eyes in the back of my head. I mean, it's easy for you, isn't it? But I carry the weight. All of it. It's all on me now. I mean, what do you want? I'm sorry? I am! I am sorry.
Lieutenant, sir, maybe one of us should drive you.
No, I don't need that. I don't want it.
I wouldn't get in a car with that guy.
Can we get back to work? Officer Basil, you want to give us a hand here?
Yes, ma'am.
Zollers doing what he damn well pleases by now anyway.
We're just wading through this stuff at random.
Whatever he's doing, he's certainly not worried about us.
I'm tired of beating a dead horse. Why don't we just call it a day?
Am I the only one who wants to shove this up no one's nose? I hope Lieutenant Thornton's all right. Forget it, Mary Beth. They just put the last nail in his coffin.
You should hear yourself.
He brought it on himself, partner. Cagney. Oh, Anne? Oh, I'm sorry.
Cagney, I think I found something.
What?
Oh, Mary
Please,
Beth,
can I call you back? Yeah, I know I forgot, but yes.
Oh, my
I'll
Lord.
meet you. I know exactly where it is. Yeah, I'll be there then. Okay. Bye. What'd you find?
Thornton's missing printout, 1973. A truckload of stolen guns being guarded by 3 cops out of the 4-8. Half the goods disappeared right under their noses.
Now look who was one of the uniforms guarding the truck.
Patrolman Wade Carter, Patrolman Kevin Marin.
Is that why the printouts maybe disappeared? He did have access.
You know, even in our short acquaintanceship, I know that you do not normally do this at 10 o'clock at night.
She fired me as her sponsor. Did you ever have that happen?
Once or twice.
Yeah. Who the hell does she think she is anyway, huh? She needs me. This is a classic case of denial. Classic.
She say why?
She doesn't want a sponsor. She wants a nanny. Being supportive does not mean being at her beck and call 24 hours a day, does it?
There's some calls, huh?
I had a shooting, Nick, huh? A policeman was killed. Now, that's important stuff.
Chris, you made a commitment to it. Sounds to me like you didn't follow through. What do you expect would happen?
Well, I didn't expect to be standing on a stool in my loft being criticized by my lover. When I was a kid, we had maids who did this.
That's why I stay away from books. Magazines get dirty. You throw them out.
I'm sorry about last night.
Me too. Hey, we both got tempers, right? Come here. Come here. Look, I'm sorry. I told myself I wouldn't butt into your business. I mean that. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I tried to do what was right, and everything just blew up in my face.
Well, none of us saints here. It's your program, Chris. You'll make it work. And, I like being your lover.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How much?
What? What? If you hear from Zoller and we don't hear from you, you're heading back to Rikers. Have a nice day. That's it. End of the list. Can't say we didn't try.
Okay. How about out-of-town truckers?
Right. And then we could put an ad in the penny saver.
So you're throwing in the towel?
Mary Beth, we're out of leads. And we're almost out of time.
Unless Sergeant Marin's picture strikes a chord with one of Zala's old business buddies. Maybe Manny and I'll get lucky. Maybe they turn up something.
On Zoller or on Marin?
Which would you prefer, Sergeant?
Moving day, ladies.
We're not finished.
I am.
Complain to the landlord downstairs. You're out of here.
We have an order, Christine.
Right. Say what you want. I'm not giving this short shrift for just out of Leeds, Mary Beth. You saw Marin's jacket. He's a decorated cop. He's a good family man.
Among other things.
You're building on sand, Detective.
At least my head's not buried in it.
I've got Esposito and Carrasa out there flashing Marin's photograph all over town. Now, what else do you want from me?
A partner who'll see the thing through?
Yeah.
Mary Beth? I was just coming by to see Victor. Have you got a minute?
Sure, Ginger. How are you?
I wanted to thank you. I'm on my way to see your doctor. Second visit.
Oh, yeah? What's he say?
Well, he's not so eager to operate. There are a lot of possible side effects that my doctor didn't even bother to mention. He's going to run some tests first. Keep checking my hormone levels. You know, keep an eye on things.
So you won't have to have the hysterectomy?
We'll see. Maybe not. He says that sometimes fibroids go away by themselves.
That's good. That's good to hear.
Thank you.
Oh, listen, you keep getting that information. And tell the good doctor hi for me.
Bye.
Thornton hasn't got much fight left in him. And Nelman's pushing him out the pasture to save face for the department.
Well, I hate it, but I'm with Nelman on this one.
How close are you to Zoller?
We're not. We've hit a dead end, Lieutenant.
Well, you let me know when you find out how to win them all.
Yeah, Lieutenant. Could I take a few hours off tomorrow, go to Marin's funeral?
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah. You just work it out with Coleman.
Thanks. Hey, Coleman. I need you to cover for me a couple of hours tomorrow, huh?
No problem.
Christine, I just got off the horn with Sergeant Bronson from the big building.
Who called him?
I did. I wanted some more information. Sergeant Marin was not assigned to the task force by Inspector Nelman. He volunteered. Christine, it was his idea.
So?
Conference, Christine. Then Marin makes Thornton's printouts disappear.
You were there?
It's possible, Sergeant. It was Marin's tip that took us to the warehouse in the first place. Maybe none of us spotted Zoller leaving after the shooting because he was never there. The whole thing could have been a setup. Maybe Sergeant Marin thought Lieutenant Thornton was onto him.
You don't have any evidence, Detective.
What are you afraid of here?
I'm not afraid of anything. I'm sick of seeing good cops being dragged through the mud by these self-righteous office politicians who don't know what they're doing because they've never been out there and who don't know what they're doing in the first place.
You can't run this case just to stick it to Thornton.
That is not what I'm doing.
This thing with Marin is starting to stink, and you know it.
What?
Esposito just called. A limo driver spotted Marin with Zoller about a month ago. And the guy just dropped Zoller at a warehouse in Chelsea. Sergeant?
Call for backup. We're on our way.
Esposito, you in position?
We're set, Sarge. I got uniforms ready to sledgehammer all doors on this side. Over.
Go ahead, flush them out.
Police, keep your hands over your heads. Put it down. Nobody moves. Nobody moves.
Go!
Police! Hold it right there!
Please!
Hands behind your head! Get to work! You, Dollar! Hold it right there! Get on the loading dock! Turn around and get on the dock!
Hey, we're anti-communists. We're just trying to help the freedom fighters.
Sure, and I'm Nancy Reagan, sleazeball.
Intelligence wants to interview all of yous. Bet they find even more dirt on Marin than your team was able to dig up.
Any word on Lieutenant Thornton, sir?
Just took a leave of absence and no definite date of return set.
He will be back on the job, sir, won't he?
I don't know. He's pretty much of a ghost. By the way, Nelman sends his attaboys to all of yous. And a good job to you, Sergeant.
Lieutenant, with the other detective's permission, we'd like to take an assist on this collar.
It's okay by me. Sounds right.
Good.
Not sure I understand.
Lieutenant Thornton led us to Marin. The collar belongs to him.